Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 30, or sorry, session 50. Session 50 of Rogues to Riches.
Woohoo.
So, I believe when we left off, you guys were back at your house. It's now kind of like late night, I believe, right? On August the 30th. You've burned the church to the ground with a
Yes.
bunch of people inside of it. Um, you also killed
Hey, those weren't
the,
people, those were snake men.
hey,
Right.
potato, potato.
Hey, they're not affected by charm person, they're not people.
You also killed Bosieged, Margaret, and one of their sons at the inn. You did not burn the inn to the ground. You fled then back to your home. The fire kind of was dying down at the church at that point. Men were starting to try to sift through the burning and still hot debris. What do you guys do? Back at the house? You've got Randall there, the stable boy. He's scared out of his mind, just like Jasper, your handyman. And you've
Right.
got Tall Frederick tied up in one of the bedrooms, right?
He's tied up in the storage room, I believe.
Downstairs? Oh, or the spare room, the spare bedroom.
The spare bedroom, right.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. Upstairs storage. My apologies. Okay.
I know one thing I want to do.
Pop the house
Oh,
back.
but I can't do it yet. Because
Can't
I
do
haven't
what?
had a chance to study spells. I
Ha.
was going to show someone something, but I need to study a spell before I can do that.
Okay.
Damn it.
Well, it's late night. What do you want to do?
I need rest, I said. I need rest.
Okay.
Grr.
You go to your bedroom. Which room is yours?
Mine is room 2.
And which room is the spare room?
6.
The storage room 6. Okay, cool. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to double check.
If we're going to bed, I'll get some rest.
What room is Nigel's?
3, I think.
Not
3.
that it matters for any particular reason. I just want to ask.
3.
Do we?
Facing.
Oops.
Do we want to sleep in spare rooms, or should we just, camp out on the floor out here so we can all remain in sight of each other in case there's a crisis?
I think I would sounds good because we gotta be careful in case somebody tries to come in the house or something
Indeed.
after they find the dead bodies.
Or do we want to leave the house, lock up and leave the house for now and head out into the woods and camp someplace away from the town?
I think that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Camp away from the town.
Yes, in case someone comes here to retaliate.
Can't we barricade ourselves in the basement?
Hmm. I suppose we
I
could
don't
do
want to
that, but
leave again.
what if they decide to burn the house down on top of us?
True. Was there anything still out there? Anybody stalking around the house?
Nobody was talking around the house. There was still a bunch of people. There was like 15 people over by the burned church, trying to sift through the debris as best they could, try to see if they could find anybody alive inside. But
Hmm.
Well, what do they do? Do they come back down the hill or?
are you gonna wait and watch? You got a window facing out that way, yeah?
Yeah, we got at least 3 windows that face the front.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. There's a window in the common area, and there's windows in each of the rooms as well. So at least 3 windows facing the front. I believe there's one in the common area too. I don't remember. Can't
There
see it
isn't
on
on the
here.
map that I have, but
There is not then.
okay.
All right, it's just the windows in the room.
Okay. Which
Hopefully
Nigel,
nobody.
you're in room 3, right? Nigel, yeah, you could see out that way.
Yeah.
What about
They're
Colin?
not using torches or lanterns. You're not going to be able to see them anyway.
Is
You
it
got some
dark?
kind
Yeah,
of
is it night?
Yeah, it's
supernatural
nighttime.
kind of thing.
All right. Well, I don't know. The thought of going back out into the wilderness is not appealing to me, but I don't want to get burned alive in here either. It's your call, guys.
Let's go. Because look, even if they come in
You're a
and
little
set
quiet,
the thing
Rob.
on.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Well, I'm thinking that if we stay here, we're gonna lose this house and maybe ourselves. If we leave the house, they'll probably leave the house alone. They've left it alone so far. So if we could go out, like you're saying, and camp away from the house, we might be on better ground, so to speak, of coming to our home when this is all over, rather than
Indeed.
ashes.
Well, before we leave, is there anything in here we could use?
There
Don't you
are
have a
some
spare room?
things. Yeah, there are some. Well, we definitely do not want to leave the young half-wit who's currently tied up in the
Spare room.
spare room. Let's see here. Then in the spare room, there are some things. There's a few weapons apparently. I saw a couple of flintlocks in there, some shot and powder.
I could use more of those.
There are definitely some things in there we probably would want to grab.
I wonder if holy water would work against snake people.
I was
I'm-
thinking the same thing. I got some spare
There's
too.
12 vials of holy water in there.
I don't think we want to leave the weapons and the longsword in there. The weapons and a shot for that. So we should probably grab those flintlocks out of there.
Yeah, I'll take them if you all let me.
I'm not a fan of firearms myself, so feel free.
Mary, I got 3 flintlocks now.
There's a bag of shot and powder horn in there too. So I just cross them off of here. You can write them on your character sheet.
Yeah, I wrote down the 2 flintlocks. Yeah, I'll take all that.
All right, I'm just gonna delete that then. Then there's a
Leather
longsword.
armor, longsword.
I have armor already.
I don't have a lantern. I'll take the lantern. The famous Sullivan Jack lantern.
Do we have oil for it? I am gonna run down into the basement real quick and grab some dried goods for us. Maybe a bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my set out of my room. I got 25 silver and a bottle of wine. I'll take it out.
So I'm gonna pop the
Sorry.
hatch and head down to the basement real quick.
Okay.
Like the little lantern we have down there, and then when no one else is looking, check the door to see if it is still sealed.
The
To
magical,
lib- Yeah.
magically locked door.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Did you grab me for holy water?
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna grab it, but it's in there. I'll
I'll-
knock it off the list though.
I was thinking about using holy water against like rival magic users, but I don't want to get the shit on me.
Exactly. All right. I took 4 off the stash and left, so there's 8 left in there now.
Okay.
There was a crowbar. Did I knock it off of there? I did. No, I didn't. I'm gonna knock the crowbar off of there too, because Randall has it right now.
Fair.
All right.
I'm gonna take that glass mirror as well.
What glass mirror?
I think that's just mirror glass from the broken mirror.
No, Sullivan Jack had a mirror.
Oh, did he?
Oh, I see.
Glass mirror, like handheld glass mirror.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
It's off. There we go. Okay, so yeah, just grab like some rations for everybody.
Make sure you're transferring the
night.
stuff to your character sheets.
Right.
Taking it off the household
Mhm.
inventory.
I have done so.
Okay. All right. You see the guys do come back down to the inn, Nigel, since you're watching from the window in your room. And yeah, there seems to be quite a lot of commotion over there, which would make sense. You left 3 dead bodies there
Hmm.
of snake people.
Well, if they are human and they see snake people, then they'll be thankful. And if they're not, they'll be angry. But do they know we did it? Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
But if I see a mob marching over here, I'll yell out.
You see a bunch of guys leave the inn and head towards the stables.
Wait, the boy, he was still. Didn't we talk to the stable boy?
He's with you.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He's in your house. He's terrified.
They're going to the stables. I can't see that well.
Who are you talking to? You're in your room.
I'm yelling out to
Okay.
whoever's
Okay.
concerned.
That's Nigel's yelling. Okay.
All right. Then I suggest we leave this place right now. If someone could grab the boy from the storeroom, I would not be able to carry him. Let us get out of here quickly and lock up before they decide to come and check the house.
Who's strong?
Is Jasper here with us?
Yeah, Jasper,
Okay.
your handyman.
I want to talk to him.
He's got
How
a.
we're doing.
What did he have in his hand before? A hammer?
Cudgel, I thought.
Was it? Oh yeah, like a club, right?
Well, give him a
Makeshift
long
club.
sword. Give him that long sword out of Sullivan Jack's room, or out of the spare room.
Okay, sure.
And the leather armor. Put this on.
Jeez, whose leather armor was it?
It's in the spare room. It was Sullivan Jack's.
Okay, yeah, that probably fit him.
Long sword, leather
Okay.
armor.
That'll take him 10 minutes to get armored up.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
talk
we're
to him
rounding up the other people.
I'm gonna
We got
talk to him while he's doing that. Jasper,
Yeah,
we're gonna go off to the woods.
yeah.
You go. We need a special thing for you to do for us and for this town to ever grow back to be the town that it was
Wait, what do you
in your
mean?
hands.
What do you want me to do?
There should be other people that you know that are against these snake people or that are scared of them. Get all males that you can and meet us at dawn and come for a fight. And then we will rid this town of these snake people and get this town back the way it was, the way you guys had it when we got here. And that's why we settled here, was because this was a nice town. It was a good town. That's what my friend told me in his letters, and that's what the people around this house here think. And we want to protect you guys, but we can't do it on our own. This is a time we must all unite, not just one finger poking at these snake people, but a fist of all the fingers of this town joined together and hitting them with the fist of everybody. Go forth and do this, Jasper. That is something you can do that will be a proud thing that you can talk to your grandkids about, and your name will be something special in this town.
Hmm. Very interesting. Let's see here. Loyalty. Okay. Give me. Oh shit! I turned the wrong page. There we go. Let's see here. How do you check loyalty? What die do you roll when you do a loyalty check?
reaction rolls are 2d6. I don't know if that's how loyalty
Nope,
works.
it's 3d6. Oh wait, okay, it's treated like morale. Never mind. Okay, I roll their score. Okay. So now you roll two. Go ahead and roll 2d6 and tell me what you roll, Rob.
Okay, 2d6. Here we
Mhm.
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
5 and a 2. Okay, cool. All right. So he nods, says, "Okay, where am I going to meet you? At dawn. It's not very long from now."
Anybody have any better ideas than what I could think of? You've been around the town longer than I have. Where would be a good meeting point?
Klaus mentioned about in the chat here about staying within sight of the house in case they try to burn it down in the night.
Right.
We
So
should perhaps go to
wood.
where we tied our horses up.
Yeah, that crop of trees.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's fairly close to the house. We could always move a bit closer to keep it in view.
Sure.
Okay.
Um,
That's good.
maybe like 100 or so yards into the
If
forest.
worst comes to worst, we can jump on the horses and get the hell out of the
Indeed.
area for a few minutes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's it then. I'll tell Jasper meet us where it's at. With all
Maybe
the
you could
stuff.
ward the place, Antonio, and if anybody breaks in, it'll explode and kill everyone.
I have not the
Oh, yeah.
preparations to do so. I am almost spent.
You hear shouting coming from the inn.
Quickly, we must go.
So
Out
Jasper,
the back.
stay quiet and stay low.
You hear the sounds of
Thank you.
fighting as you go. You can hear
Stop.
the sounds of fighting going on at the inn.
Go back over there and run over to oh hell, I'll just run to the first room in the front of the house, room
Mhm.
1, whatever, and quickly look through the shutters to see what's going on.
Oh, you can't see. You just hear the sounds. You hear shouting. You hear steel, wood. You know. You hear
Come
things
back out.
breaking.
Something
Tables
is
getting knocked over.
damn
now
it.
might have been our opportunity, just since maybe it sounds like there may be allies there in the inn.
Perhaps we should go and see rather than
Yes.
hiding in the woods.
Let's go. Let's do that.
All right.
Instead of hiding like mice, let's
Yeah.
fight like men.
All right. Well
Just
then, you
Hey,
change to the thing here. Jasper, guard the house. Randall, you stay with him. Keep an eye on the poor boy in the storage room when you get a chance, and let's make haste. See what's going on.
and
Okay.
That's how everybody in the party dies.
Right.
Oh, Josh. We forgot to talk about how we're going to work your character into this. How is she traveling? Sorry, I didn't mean to turn her picture off there. There you go. How is Luciana traveling? She's only like what, a day behind her brother Giacomo? If you're talking, you're muted, bro. I can't hear anything from you.
Yeah, I was double muted.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, she'll be about a day behind.
Okay, so she'll
She
probably
will be
arrive
traveling
in
by
the
horse.
morning. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. No problem. Then I will take her picture off there for the moment. She's not there. There we go. Okay. So how are you approaching the inn? You can hear the sounds of fighting. It's getting quieter though. It's not as it was real boisterous at first, and now it's quieting down. Sounds like the fight's almost over.
I would say slowly and with weapons out.
Perhaps out, but not at the ready, like not raised. But yeah, slowly is definitely the way to go.
Okay.
And I'll take my hood down too, so I'm not like hiding my face or anything.
All
I
right.
have 2 flintlocks out.
Flintlock in each hand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's head that way. And when we're about 10 yards or so from the door, shout out, "Hello from the inn,"
You shout hello from the inn.
or "Hello in the inn."
You don't get any reply. As the fighting has stopped.
Looking over at the stables are, because Nigel had mentioned something about them running there. Is there any horses left at the stables?
No,
They're all gone.
the stables are wide open. There's no horses there.
They all left?
Is the door open?
I don't like this.
The door is not open, no.
Shit. Let's back away. I'm not stealthy enough, I think, to sneak up and take a look. There's no windows either, are there?
Where's your specialist? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, double. He's double dead.
Question,
Yes.
just to refresh my memory. Was the fighting we heard before we saw people running to the stables or after
After.
people were running to the
After.
So people ran to the stables and then there was a fight in that inn.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe that was the last of the true humans escaping.
They
Then
fighting.
who were they fighting? Yeah. They had to
And
be
who
in there
was
to
fighting?
fight. Maybe they sent some people over to let the horses go, but the guys couldn't escape. The people couldn't escape. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, perhaps we should proceed with plan one.
Sounds kind of like it, you know.
Um, give me search rolls, everybody, while you're backing
Hmm.
away back towards your house again. I suppose, yeah, kind of, or at least back across the street from the inn. Yeah.
Oh, I failed.
Anybody pass the search roll?
Nigel made it.
Nigel made it. Nigel, you hear voices. Sounds like a couple of men talking loudly. They seem to be coming down the road from the north.
All
The
right,
road that
I
comes down
look
around back.
around all shifty. I'm like, I hear voices from the north. Look, everyone, you hear that?
Do I see anything?
It's dark.
Hmm.
No, you don't see anything. Give me another search roll, everybody.
Nope.
Almost.
Nobody?
Nope.
Klaus, Colin?
Was I supposed to read
I
the die?
passed.
Okay.
A one is a pass, right?
Yeah.
It's a search roll. It's a D6. You probably only
D6.
succeed on a 1 because you're a fighter. Yeah.
Gotcha. I rolled a 2.
Okay. But Klaus, you passed. You hear voices coming from the road to the west, which is the road your house is on.
Yeah, it would be. I hear voices to the west, and then I would tell them we need to go hide somewhere. See if we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's turn
Let me
and
see.
go straight to the back of the house again.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door, and I'll get those guys out of there. Come on.
Okay.
We're
Out the
gonna
back.
right. Let's fight. We're gonna go back to plan one. I don't know what happened at the end. There was some fighting, but it stopped now, and it sounds like others are approaching the village. So I suggest we make haste. Get out of here. Grab the boy, Jasper.
So now your house is like right up against the edge of some woods, but it's a pretty small wood if I recall correctly.
Right. I don't
Um,
know what's beyond it there.
I suppose there's probably more hills and trees and such. Yeah. So how far away from the house do you want to go?
I thought maybe like 50 or 100 yards
And
into the.
you know, if you do look back, you do eventually kind of catch the silhouettes of people walking down the road. You see about maybe 4 or 5 people coming from the west, and like 5 or 6 people coming from the north, and they all go to the inn.
Hmm.
Maybe that was villagers going to get reinforcements from nearby.
Oh,
Maybe this is a good sign.
we can only hope.
We're playing Lamentations, remember?
Well, that's out of
that's
character.
that's table knowledge.
Nigel's a very hopeful type of person.
Mhm. Obviously, such a
Or
positive
there's
being.
snake courts all around and they just got reinforcements.
So, yeah. So what do you guys want to
And
do? How far do you want to go?
Be 100 yards.
The weather
Get to the
is taking a
horses.
turn for the worse. It's
of course.
you hear the sounds of thunder, and you
Shit.
see dark clouds coming in from the southwest, rolling in towards Nonsbeck, and occasionally you see a streak of lightning across the sky.
I
How
haven't.
late is it?
I can't remember, but you guys waited till after dark, right? So it's got to be at least like 10 o'clock or so.
Yeah, we need to find some place so that Nigel and I can rest and Klaus as well.
I think you guys waited. Yeah, you guys waited till after dark before you went to the cemetery, and yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we did.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another question. Um, did okay? I'm trying to put everything together. Was the son that wasn't at the inn whenever we went in there and killed his father and his mother and his brother? Okay, he wasn't there. But what did he ever see us in town? Did we ever pass by him, or we didn't
No.
go into the inn or anything, right?
The first
They
time we
don't.
saw any of the kids was when the first snake boy.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't even know it was us that did all this, probably, right? If you think about it,
Yeah.
there's no evidence that it was us. They think we're still gone, as far as we know, because the stable boy's with us, everybody's with us that's seen us in town, and that's not dead.
It's a good point. The only one who saw us any of us. The only one of us who's been seen is now buried in the graveyard.
Yeah,
You think
so
anyway.
maybe
Oh no,
we
you
could
did. You
switch.
dug up his
Yeah,
body. That's right. You
we
dug up his
dug up
body.
his
Never mind.
body. Yeah,
Maybe we
Put
could.
that new map with the extra graves on it.
Maybe we
That
could.
is the new map, isn't it?
No, I put it in the chat and in the thing. It's got burnt church and it's got more graves
Oh,
at
did I
it.
get the wrong one? Hold on. I put it up last week. I could have sworn.
I just made it this week though.
Oh, never mind then. Quiet, Mark. Where? Oh, I don't fucking see it. I'm not gonna scroll all the way
I
back.
put it in the chat. I don't know. In
Yeah,
this,
do please. Because I
it's
thought I
in,
updated that already for some reason.
it's in the Zoom chat. Just scroll up a little bit.
Oh, that one. I see. That's why I don't have it, because I fucking suck at using that. Now, let's see if it changed. It didn't change, did it?
Not yet. There it is.
Did it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, a lot more graves.
Oh,
just
yeah.
popped.
Perfect. And you got the back door in the house, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I could have sworn I did that last week for some reason, but no. Yep. So anyway, sorry. Where
So
were we?
basically, we could go back to our house, and we wouldn't really have to worry too much about it because nobody knows that it was us that did it. They would have to start trying house to house, or say, "Hey, did those guys come back and do this?"
Well, what if like two of us stay with the NPCs and two of us roll up in there like nothing's wrong?
I don't know about that. I'm just thinking you guys need to rest or you can get your spells
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
If you guys don't get your
Keep
spells going,
forgetting about that.
we got jack shit on the
Yeah, I
plate.
This
think if
conversation is so
anything,
meta.
I think if
It-
anything, we should just go back to the house and rest. Since the weather's really bad, I doubt they're gonna be outside.
yeah, we'll
And
barricade
then,
ourselves in.
the next day we can go
Fighters
out to
in
the
the
inn or whatever we decide to do. But I'd rather us go together than separate.
yeah. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps we can just get back in the house, head down into the basement, and camp out down there. There's plenty of room.
Yeah, and just you fighters will have to protect us while we rest, regain our powers.
Oh, we can rest too. If we hear something, we'll be there.
Where are you gonna rest? In your rooms? Going back to the
Basement.
house?
Oh,
In the
basement.
basement.
Yeah.
Or
Gonna
hide in the
fortify
basement.
yourselves down there, or what? Just gonna
Yes.
go down in there.
Get down in there. Yeah.
Okay.
We can always tie the thing closed with a rope.
Okay. So Nigel and I mean it's already like by that time, by the time you get back, made all these decisions, everything, all this recon. It's like 11 o'clock at night. So Nigel and Antonio want to try to get to sleep, right? Because they
Yeah.
got to sleep for like 6 hours.
And then prepare for at least 2 hours for me.
Right.
Yeah, 2 hours for me also.
Okay. Very good.
Doesn't Kloss need to sleep too?
If he's trying to recover spells, yeah.
He must not be at the.
I need to recover spells too. I don't need Nigel down on me.
All right, well, I'll crawl into a corner in the basement and go to sleep.
Okay. So who's staying awake?
Let's see if Jasper will stay awake for a while.
How long do I have to sleep and then pray to get my spells back?
1 hour per, or 1 hour per level of the highest level spell you're preparing. I think it's the same for priests and
Yeah, it's
magic
the
users.
same.
Yeah. So if you're trying to prepare any second or third level spells, it's gonna be 2 or 3 hours. Okay.
After there's a sleep.
After 6 hours of sleep, right? Okay. So Colin's staying awake, keeping watch. Yeah.
Yeah, for now, and then maybe Jasper can relieve him or he can get a couple hours rest.
That's true. Yep.
That way he can fight.
And then Randall. Why not?
Yeah, the boy Randall, he can at least be a lookout.
Yeah, if they hear anything, they can wake me up immediately.
Okay, so that's 3 watches. Who's taking which one?
I'll take the last one, I guess.
Taking
Short
third
spawn.
watch?
Yeah, toward
Okay.
Colin.
So who goes first, Randall or Jasper?
Let's put Jasper first. He's older. He might want to go to sleep.
Oh, I
and
need to
get
bring the
some
house
daylight.
map back up because now you guys down in the basement. Yeah. So Jasper's gonna take first watch.
Yeah, let's let him. And then
Okay.
Sid.
Okay. Um, he'll wake you up. Let me see. Who will he wake up? He'll wake you up, Colin, of course, because you're supposed to take watch after Randall, actually. But Colin is waking you, not Randall.
Oh, Jasper's
Or sorry,
waking me?
Jasper is waking you, not
Okay.
Randall. You're Colin.
Yeah. Okay, got me confused there. All right, yeah.
You
Let
never
him
know in
wake up.
Lamentations. It could happen. Sir, I think
Matter.
that there's people upstairs. I think I hear voices.
Just be very, very quiet. Very quiet. Let's see what happens. Get the guns out.
Okay.
Kind of aimed at the door,
Give
I
me a
guess.
search roll.
A search roll?
Yeah, search roll.
Okay. Okay. Refresh me. I'm really bad right now.
1d6.
1d6.
1d6 for
Okay.
skill rolls. Yep.
Okay.
This is a skill roll.
Okay. Gotta get my dice up here.
Mhm.
Okay. It's been a long day today, and
It's
rolled a
about to
2.
get a lot longer.
Yeah, he rolled a 2.
A 2? Okay.
Mm,
Yeah, you think you hear like mumbling voices or something, it sounds like, but you can't make anything out. It doesn't sound like they're in the house. It sounds like they're outside.
Okay, that's good. Only thing is, if we left tracks when we walked into it, might have been a little rainy, but I'm not sure on that. So, okay,
Hmm.
he'll just stay awake then.
Just stay awake. Okay,
Stay
give me
awake
another
until
search roll. Jasper, go to sleep.
computer. Come on. Everything. Okay, there we go. All right, a search roll is. Rolled a
1d6.
1.
A 1. That's a success.
Oh, good.
You hear some kind of sound. It's almost like rhythmic, but it's not actually in rhythm. It's out of rhythm, but it's like a. And then it stops for a little while, and then you hear it again.
It would, since he was military,
Hmm.
would he recognize if somebody was trying to like break down a door with a log or with something
He would,
heavy
and that
against
is
it?
not the sound. It is not like a
Okay,
battering ram, not somebody trying to bust in the door.
okay.
It's not that forceful. It's much more
Would it be
discreet.
like a window? You know, the thing that a wooden thing that shuts around the shutter, or a window
Oh,
might
like
be
somebody trying to
open.
break into one of those? Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he'll just
Although
play
you
it real
think you
cool.
think you listen for a little while and it keeps going on, you'd think they would have got through a window shutter by now if they were really trying. You
Or if
know.
the wind is blowing a shutter on its own, like a
Well, true,
push shutter.
but you
Yeah.
do also hear voices occasionally as well.
Okay. And he'll just play it cool here. Just wait. He'll watch, do the watch, and if something happens, then he will definitely do more listening
Hmm.
every now and then.
Okay. Then you hear a few loud crashing sounds, um, and you realize something is being thrown up against the side of the house.
Mm. Hmm.
And then it gets quiet, and you hear voices again. No more pounding, just the voices. Sounds like one raised voice.
Okay.
And
Can he do? Uh, is there a smell roll he can do in case it
it's just
doesn't?
search.
Okay. Try it again. Come on and one again. Let's see. Ah, I did. Honestly, rolled another one.
You smell, that smells like oil.
Shit.
And then you hear as the house is set afire.
That's what I was afraid of. Okay, I have to wake everybody up.
Everybody can make paralyze saves. If you pass, you actually wake up. You from the sound and then the rapidly increasing temperature. That door at the top of the basement, that's wood, right? Yeah, it is wood.
Yeah.
And your house is a stone frame with wooden paneling. And all
Wooden
that,
upper. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stone
yeah.
floor, wooden upper.
Right. Okay, so how did you guys do on those paralyzed saves?
I made it, but I don't want to wake up.
Well, you
I
do
didn't
wake
make
up
it
anyway.
also.
You wake up
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
whether you want to or not.
Yeah, I made it.
All this noise, damn it.
And now you hear it sounds like yelling. No, it's more like singing or chanting. Lots of voices.
This is what I heard in the church.
Shit.
And
look
of course,
frantically
that's
at the
mixed with the
door.
sounds of the flames roaring above you, and the
Flames?
occasional sound of something falling.
The
Damn
house
it.
on fire?
I imagine we didn't get any spells back, right?
No.
No. You have been asleep for maybe 3 hours.
Okay, well, as much as I hate to do this, I'm gonna cast my last heroism on Colin.
How long does that last?
Let me check.
Rounds,
one
right?
second. Yeah, rounds.
You might want to save it until you know you're getting into some action.
Okay.
Unless you
Gotcha.
plan to just
Well,
send him bursting up through the burning hot, trapdoor above into a room full of smoke and fire.
Quickly, where's your secret exit?
There is no secret exit.
What? What kind of a sanctum is this?
It is a basement, not a sanctum.
Well, if we don't want to
The only-
die, we have to go up through the
only-
fire.
Indeed, the only doors out of here lead to doom, though. But perhaps doom is all we have at this point. We must get out of here.
Colin gave that rousing speech. It's now time for us to all die together. Let's go.
Damn it.
I'll see you all in hell. I pull out my 2 pistols.
I never mentioned us dying.
So it looks like that.
We were gonna win that one, but
Damn it.
yeah, I guess now it's gonna be. What do we got? What do we got? Come on, we got to think. We got to have something that's gonna surprise them. That's gonna blow their minds. That's going to
holy water, but I don't know if it's
distract
gonna do anything.
I don't know. As soon as we open that door, we're gonna have to negotiate fire and
Well,
falling.
who's approaching the door and who's planning to go through it anyway?
We're all going to have to go through it, really.
Okay.
I think.
Well, you can
probably
see. 'Cause
Colin and
I'm sure it's
myself
got
go
iron
first.
fittings on it and stuff. You can see
Right.
them heating up.
Shit. There's no other way out of the basement.
To put the heroism on Colin.
They're like
And
starting to glow hot.
We all pile in behind.
And
him.
smoke is even starting to kind of roll down in a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Do we have water down here in the basement? Like a barrel.
This is your
of water?
cellar. Yeah, you got.
There's beer.
There's
Kegs.
beer and wine. I
The
think,
only
right?
water I got is freaking holy water. I don't know how that's gonna act on fire.
There's 10 bottles of beer.
If we wetted ourselves.
Oh no,
down,
you don't have water down there because you got a well.
Right.
I have a decent bottle of wine. I'm gonna pop that and take a swig and pass it to the guy beside me.
Okay, who's beside you?
I'll take a swig as well, because we're
Antonio.
sleeping next to each other, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we need to use whatever wetness we have on our clothes and on our bodies if we're gonna try to go through that freaking
Drink
fire.
sloppily.
Here, there are barrels of beer. We have 10 barrels of beer down here.
To
Beer
soak
is
ourselves in
not
beer.
It's mostly,
And
yeah.
just soak ourselves in that.
Douse
mean-
ourselves in beer.
Yeah. Turn it around, grab the mallet that I guess is hanging up there before you cork it and start smashing in the heads.
Okay.
The top of it.
You start breaking open barrels of beer.
Mm-hmm. And then just scooping it out full-handedly and just pouring it over myself.
You just jump in the barrel,
Yeah,
dunk yourself in it.
sure, it's gonna spill everywhere, but doesn't matter at this point.
Well, you've
Damn
got 10
it.
of them.
Oh, yeah, do that as quick as I can, getting soaked and try not to swallow as much as any. Take a couple.
So who had the
Gulps, but-
crowbar?
Randall.
I would take the crowbar from Randall, and I would ask Abicalin, can you help me force the door open?
Let's wait
Now
till everybody gets soaked. Is
I'm
everybody
trying to.
soaked?
I'm gonna make sure not to get my guns or my spell book wet.
Okay. So you dunk yourself and then you pick up your satchel or whatever you got.
Yeah, I keep my powder horn and everything away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Shit. God damn it! I looked longingly at the space under the stairs, wishing that I had at least thought to have that certain spell prepared for when I got back here. Because god damn it, I'm gonna lose my most precious item, aren't I? Shit.
You can
Wish
run
I
in there
didn't
right
take that
now
back.
and grab it.
No, it's locked. Wizard locked.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Watch
I
yourself.
don't. Yep, and I don't have dispel on me.
Damn, there's so much shit in that room.
There really is, but there's the one thing that I really care about.
Wait,
There's a lot of gold in there. but
wait. Klaus can dispel it, can he?
He doesn't have it. He has to
Oh,
have
he
it
doesn't have.
memorized.
He has to have it memorized. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah. You don't happen
Yep.
to have
Yep.
spell memorized, do you, Klaus?
Which one?
Dispel.
Dispel.
1 second, let me look at my sheet. Oh shit! Well, apparently you're lucky. I do.
You
'Cause
do,
I didn't.
Klaus.
I didn't get to switch my spells. So
Klaus, tell me you can open the door. And I point to the space under the stairs.
I can try, and I'll do my thing
You
and
get.
point at the door.
Oh yeah, he knows you have a wizard lock door there, right? Yeah. So.
Right.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, Nigel's never seen this.
You've been
I was
holding.
going to show it to him. I wasn't going to, but this happened. That
I
was my
never-
plan. The first thing was to show him this space.
So it's a
Never
level
seen
3
it either.
cleric spell. It's unnatural and unwanted in the intended order of things. This spell empowers the proper forces of existence to expel the foul energies known as magic, as if they never were. Spell affects a 20-foot cubic area. All spells in that area that are currently in effect are automatically negated. If cast on the same segment in combat as a spell from an enemy, it can be used to disrupt and negate that spell. So that's how you can counterspell. Monsters with magical ability are able to create. We don't need to worry about that. All magical items within the area of effect are temporarily disenchanted. They regain their enchantment after 2d6 turns.
Right, but the spell is gone completely.
If the caster casts a spell magic as a touch effect, then any item so touched is permanently disenchanted.
Hmm.
Dispel magic negates magical curses or diseases for 2d6 turns only.
Hmm. It's a great spell.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you cast a spell on his. Oh, you could just do it on the door, on the wizard
Yeah.
lock, right?
Just touch it and dispel it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the plan.
Okay, you cast a spell. Boom, the door is
As soon
open.
as he does that, I rudely, but not quite rudely, push him out of the way and like start pressing the combo, click, 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 and then shove the door open. And then
The door above you, Colin, because I assume you're still over by the stairs, right? That wooden trapdoor, you know, the fittings were starting to glow. Now the smoke is getting a little bit stronger, and yeah, you can see licks of flame around the door, like the door itself is on fire.
I follow Antonio into the laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like they got an exit out of here, so I'm gonna head that way too.
Okay, so you also walk into the laboratory.
I never Winston. I never saw
Oh,
it
this
either. I knew
is-
about
I'm
it.
gonna move as quickly as I can. I immediately make a right, head to the library, push through the curtains, or just rip them out of the way, and head to the back of the library and flip up in the chest back there and grab my Malleus.
I'm looking around all like.
You see him pull out. Go ahead and describe what the
But
Malleus
wait.
looks like.
Boy, if I remember, it's a black bound book with silver fittings and ornate lettering on the front, reading out. Oh, what does it say? It's not Malleus Maleficorum. It's Malleus Deus on the cover. And I grab that, and then
Do you need me to grab anything?
and I heave out a sack and toss it on the ground and reach in and just pull out a handful of gold coins and shove them into my pouch. I don't know, how many do I get with a handful?
A handful of gold coins.
Yeah.
Roll a d30.
I'll
D30.
grab a handful too if he doesn't stop me.
Yeah, I just told you. Grab some.
I got 2.
Uh,
2, so you get 22 coins.
Okay, cool.
22
I don't
gold
have
coins.
a D30.
Oh,
Could you roll me a D30 for me?
you know what's funny is I pulled out my fucking
You got
Call of
10.
Cthulhu dice.
10?
10.
Okay.
So you pull out 30 gold.
Where's
Alright.
the exit? Where's the exit out of here?
There is no exit out of here. This is my
What the-
laboratory.
Before we go,
You
I
hear
wanna
the sound. You hear the sound of the trapdoor collapsing down onto the stairs.
Is there anything else we need to grab?
Everything else in here is either just equipment or cursed.
Oh, seriously?
Yes,
It's such a shame to lose such a wonderful lab you have here.
indeed. And I drag that coin out and I toss it down into the ground at the lab and say, "Everybody, just grab coin. Let's get out of here.
Can't
We
you
may
just
need
grab
it
a
if we
sack of
survive."
coin? Or no?
It's 158 gold coins.
So that'd be 3 pouches, four pouches, 50 coins in a pouch, I think, right?
Exactly. But I just have it all in a sack.
Do you have separate sacks? So I could grab 2 sacks if I wanted to.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
sure,
so,
they can be.
So it would
Okay.
still like really probably count as like maybe 3 encumbering items, 4 encumbering items. If
Right.
anybody wants to grab a sack, gold.
Grab as many
I'll
as
grab
you
a sack
can.
of gold.
If Nigel got
There may
22,
there may be greed in their crowd. We could throw gold, and maybe they'll run after the gold instead of us.
sounds
Maybe
good to
they're
me.
Maybe they're not quite so into the cult.
There's 106 coins left in there from what I grabbed and what Nigel grabbed.
Okay, so who's going? How are you getting out of here?
We got to go up the stairs, push that thing.
Well, you don't have to
that
push
thing
it
out
in
of the
now. It's
way.
collapsed.
Right. Okay. So run back out there.
You're gonna have to run through flames.
You want to put the
If you
Well, we
look
soaked
above you,
ourselves.
if you look above you, you see the let's see, if it would be the kitchen, right? The kitchen area. It's all aflame. It's like a wall of fucking
Question.
fire and smoke.
What happens if I throw holy water in the fire?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's too much fire. I'm
Fire
sure.
is natural. It's not, you know.
uh,
It'd be like
I
you
think-
splashed a vial of water on the fire.
So-
That's all.
So nothing. It doesn't help it bring it down. None.
Holy water does not affect like fire. No, it only affects like unnatural beings or otherworldly beings. I mean, and undead.
Is there robes or anything that's in your hidey hole?
Yes, and I just
Yeah.
grab that curtain that I tore down and throw it to Colin.
Okay, I'll wrap my. Okay, let's water it down in the beer first, real quick, and I'll roll it around myself. I'll go
Okay.
first since I'm the. Can you give me the buffs? You want to get? How long does the buff last if Frost does it?
It's only a number of rounds.
Yeah,
Number
it's
of
not a long
rounds.
time.
I
This
think
is
it's
what I'll do. I'll
6
go
rounds, right?
with you.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you, and as soon as we get close to the door, I'll cast it on you.
Okay, are we going out back or front? You guys chose. I'll go which way I can, if I
Well,
can even see.
Yeah, whichever way is clear.
If
The
you go up the
closest way if you
stairs
go up the stairs is the back.
and run straight,
gotcha.
it's straight to the back door. If you go up the stairs and just run straight, it's gonna hit the back door.
But it looks like from above, that looks like it's all burning.
I'm sure the whole house is burning by now.
Just get up there and see what looks best.
Okay, Colin, so you're going first with Klaus right behind you.
Shit, the boy.
Oh yeah, he was still in the spare room, wasn't he?
No, we brought him down with us.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember,
yeah,
I
yeah,
did-
everybody's on.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Randall, Jasper, grab the boy.
I forgot about the NPCs for a minute. Yeah, they'll grab him.
All right, Colin. Whenever on your go, I'm sure the doors must be weakened by now. I will suggest you run straight and bash through it, and we will follow you as closely behind as we can.
Okay, question to the game master.
Mhm.
Will my flintlocks go off from the heat or the flame?
If you run through
Yeah.
fire, they could very well go off. Yes.
Okay.
Even if they're under that soaked curtain.
Oh well, yeah, that's going to protect it a lot. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what they would
I'm
do.
just saying, like, if they get exposed to fire, if you get set on fire and you're wearing like a 12 apostles, you could have 12 bullets
Yeah.
explode
Right?
on your chest, and I've had it happen before.
Yeah.
12d6
Okay.
damage, or 12d8 damage. Sorry, 12d8 damage, or something stupid. I can't remember. No, maybe it was just a d12. Whatever it was, it sucked. It's been a long time.
That
So
gives me an idea. Does anyone have a spare pouch of powder?
you have a
Yeah,
barrel of it down here, don't you?
Powder horn.
Yeah.
I grabbed an extra one here. Take
Hurl
it.
that at the door as soon as you get to the top.
Do
Maybe
what?
it'll help blast it open.
He said the door already fell in.
No, the door to the back door, just in case it's open or not open.
I'll have it ready.
Oh no, there's no powder down here, but there are 10 barrels of whiskey.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to have the powder, the thing of powder in your hand when you go running out
Yeah,
there.
I'm not
Mental.
doing that.
Yeah.
I do have one of my
Okay.
guns out
So
though.
Colin, you run up the stairs into the fire. Yeah.
Shit.
Give
Yeah.
me a saving throw versus breath weapon, and I'll
I
give
will-
you a +2. No, I'll give you a +4 for your wet robe blanket.
All right. So I'm gonna roll a d6 on that, or a
No,
d20.
D20, D20.
D20. Okay. And you said against what now again? I'm sorry.
This is against your breath weapon save.
Breath. Okay. It says 12 on it. So I
Okay.
rolled a d20 and have to go
You have to
over
roll.
or under.
You want to roll an 8 or higher.
8 or higher. I rolled a 20.
Nice. Okay, you run up there. You don't catch fire. The robe's kind of hissing and spitting and smoking around you a bit. Um, I'm sure you get a little singed on one of your hands or something, but no major damage. You run straight to the back door. The door has already collapsed from being on flame, being on fire. So you run out the door, and you see. Actually, go ahead and give me a d20 roll, please.
4.
A 4. Okay. You see 6 men in hooded robes, kind of standing out back there. As you come rushing out, they also come rushing forward. And let's take a bio break.
Oh, there he is.
Smoke if you got it, folks. By the way, you guys are all going to have to make saving throws too when you go running up there. But
Yeah, I don't have the best breath weapon save throw.
That's my worst one.
Yep.
God, can you imagine if after all that you end up catching yourself on fire and your malleus burns anyway?
Right. I was gonna say that before as Colin's getting ready to go, and they're picking up the boy. I was gonna dump out my pack, dunk that into the into the bearer, then shove my spell book and the malleus in there. I mean, they may get a little wet, but they have pretty good bindings on them. So
It'd
Yeah,
probably be you burn and the book
then-
survives because
right, and then hug it to my chest and run forward with my head down and my hood up.
Oh, you will all die.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that's gonna happen. Hopefully not. We'll see.
I was just ready to yell, Klaus, buff me. Because you see, I saw those 2 guys. I was ready to go for it. Darn.
it's the 50th game and we're gonna total party kill.
Except, well,
We
I'm not.
might.
Yeah,
My
you're not
new,
here. You're out.
my new character's not here yet, so technically it doesn't count. So if you all died, it would
You're
be
not part of the party yet, technically.
So it would be a TPK.
Then we could all make the rest of your family members, and we could just be the Medina clan.
Sorry to leave you waiting on the sidelines through all this, Josh.
I don't even mind. I'm just listening. I'm doing other things.
You're
and
just
listening,
glad you're
so
not
I'm-
there.
So even if this is what happens and I'm not introduced, I'm not bothered. I'm just listening. So,
Fire is the magic user's worst enemy, or his fitting end.
Well, it is. This is the time of all the witch burnings and stuff. So
We're being burned by some snake cult, not even some righteous Christians. I thought I'd be caught by the church.
they used to be righteous Christians, or at least so you thought.
who's the longest of boys?
So what have you been playing lately, Josh? On PlayStation.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Cool.
Because yeah, man, I got it on Monday finally because I got my loan in, so I was like, I'm getting it. My student
Nice.
loan. I was like, yes. And I've completed it in 42 hours, but I've got loads of stuff because the chapter select allows you to use your current character build, but
Right.
go back and do, because Final Fantasy has a thing of where there's stuff that you can't actually do on your first playthrough that you'd have to go
Mhm.
back. So you can go
Yeah.
back as an even higher level character and do all that. And then there's hard mode, which adds new bosses.
Oh, awesome.
So it will end up being like an 80-hour game from in the original a 5-hour segment in the original Final Fantasy VII.
I've just been playing mostly Elite Dangerous this week. I picked up a passenger mission last week of this famous explorer that wanted to travel to this planet like 6,200 light years from Earth or from where we were.
Jesus.
I'm
I've heard it's a
almost
pretty good game.
almost back. I'm almost back.
I haven't actually played it, but I have heard it is a good game.
So I spent the last week and a half or so playing that game, just kind of exploring on my trip out there and my trip back, because you can sell
Game is that?
exploration data.
Jesus.
What game is that?
Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
It looks good.
it's a cool like 34th century sci-fi ship flying game basically. There's all kinds of things you can do to make money and do stuff, but you
I
can join
forgot to mute myself.
factions. You can do combat stuff. You can do trading. I'm doing passenger missions and exploration right now.
That's cool.
You can do mining. You can make a lot of money mining.
Yep, sounds like what we do in a Star Wars game. Start some businesses, illegal businesses.
Were you playing Edge of the Empire?
No, we were playing that White Star game,
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Sorry.
like generic Star Wars.
Yeah.
At first, they were like, "Why can't we just say it's the Force?" I was like, "It's better this way. We can do whatever we want with it and add things from anything. It can be all sci-fi things could be thrown in, not just Star Wars. Especially, I was like, none of that Disney bullshit. Anyway, not in
Yeah.
my game, not in my world.
Fuck yeah.
Honestly,
You can throw Star Trek stuff in there. Whatever.
Yeah, Terminator, Daleks. It was like a guy, a time machine phone box.
why not? To be honest, in most things, I try to have I think it's my inner Doctor Who fan. I tend to have some kind of reference in most of the games I run to the Time Lord, because he can be anywhere. Doesn't matter what it. He could be any, just
Nerd.
in the background.
We played that Luther Arkwright. It's for that Mithras system. It's like BRP. That had stats for the Fourth Doctor. So we ran a game where I had him as the NPC, and that game's pretty crazy because you can be characters from all these different alternative versions of Earth.
Yeah, I in my D&D game, one of my players he wanted to his character was really injured and he was making a new character anyway. So I gave him the option. I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And the doctor appeared and offered him a chance to travel with him. Didn't know this man, but he offered him a chance. He declined. And then his character died. Horribly. He actually got burned to death by a party member because they tried to cauterize the wound and they ended up just setting him on fire. Because they got a nat 20 on their fire. So it just set him on fire. And I do D&D hardcore. I'm not about this pussy shit. Going around being able to two-hit a dragon with your giant scepter. That
Well,
can do
shit,
like
at D and
plus
D,
30
at
damage.
5e, you just take a little short break and your hit points are back.
Yeah, I try to sometimes if I feel mean and they want to do like a long rest to try get all their stuff back, I just throw in a counter. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you don't have a break here.
The
You're
one that
not allowed a
I was
long
running
rest.
a 5e and they kept trying to rest in the dungeon. So it was like random encounters interrupting your sleep. And they were getting mad. They're like, "You're trying to kill us." I was like, "You can't. I'm just sending a message that, you can't sleep in the dungeon, idiots."
What is my I have in my chat. I have a PC death count. What is that at the minute?
I told my players since
Uh,
we've been playing Lamentations, I'm like, if you save up all your dead character sheets at the end of the year, we'll see who's got the most, and you'll win a prize or something. So now they're all saving their dead characters.
yeah, so 16 is the player kill count. And there's, well, four regular players, and then 2 who are in and out depending on their work schedule, which obviously recently they've been able to make it every week. So, but yeah, for D&D 5e16, I think we've done in this campaign 14, 15 sessions. That's a lot of deaths for a 5e game in such a short amount of time.
But you're doing like OSR rules on that, right?
I'm pretty sure it is inspired by like first edition D&D Lamentation, stuff like that. There's like a hardcore rule set that has
Right.
rules that you can use, and I kind of adapted that.
Yeah, I used to think that I would hate playing games like that, but now I'd rather play games like that because it's, a lot more deadly.
Yeah. I like the stuff where you have less powers and it's more gritty and you got to use your head to think around stuff instead of just your powers,
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then sometimes I still get, oh, these encounters aren't balanced, and I was like, well, that's kind of the point. I don't want you to. I want you to struggle in this fight.
Yeah.
If you were really magical adventurers, if you were really these characters, and like a giant dragon turtle came after you,
Hmm.
it's not going to be an easy fight. You're not
No.
going to be able to kill it in like a minute, if that. Which is usually how battles go in D&D. That's like a minute worth of rounds.
Yeah. See, like this game, we're struggling to survive getting out of a burning house. In 5e, you just walk out because the fire damage you take would be insignificant.
Mm.
Or you'd heal it back quickly.
Right.
Where this, it's a huge challenge.
Mm-hmm.
All
We're
right.
running through an inferno.
Is Jose there? Is everybody ready?
Hey, Colin,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
trying to get Rob to give me how much HP he has.
All right. You there, Rob? Rob is not there. All right. Well,
Rob is here, but Rob couldn't reach the microphone
okay.
up to now. Okay.
Gotcha. Klaus was asking you if your hit points are okay.
Let's see here. I don't think I've lost anything. Let's
Okay.
see.
How many HP do you have?
I'm looking right now. Let's try to maximum HP was 32.
Nice.
Alright,
Okay.
cool.
Klaus, you were right behind him. Give me a saving throw versus breath weapon. You have you don't have a cloak, right? You just wetted yourself with beer, soaked yourself, yeah?
Yeah, I soaked myself.
Okay, so you get a +2 on your roll. D20 +2. I'll turn this house off now. We can turn this whole thing off, really. There we go.
I got a 17.
You got a 17?
Yeah.
Okay. So you run through, you don't take any damage. You're, burning boards and stuff. You're knocking things over. You're walking through, broken, cutlery or whatever. Cutlery. I mean, like houseware, stuff like that. Um, the fucking broken, burnt up boards of the doors and stuff, and parts of the floors above that have fallen through. Um, but you make your way up alongside Colin, basically, and there's 6 of these guys standing around in these kind of like just regular kind of cloaks, hooded cloaks or whatever that you would wear out in wet weather around Britain,
I do have a question. When I see these people,
hmm
can I cast my spell on them, or do I have to wait until initiative?
Well, we'll do initiative, when we get there in a second. Actually, we'll probably do surprise. But next we need to get Antonio or Nigel. Who's next? Or are
Oh,
you
good.
sending? the two guys, the Randall and
They're carrying someone. So
so Nigel.
all right. I got a 16 in breath weapon.
Okay.
I got wet clothes, so it's a +2.
Mhm.
Oh, I made 16 on the dot.
Okay. Poe.
Ooh, lucky.
You also get through
Woo!
without, you know, you fortunately the guys have already pushed through a lot of the rubble, so you got a path you kind of can follow. Sometimes you got to stretch your legs a little bit, but you make your way out also into the scene with Colin and Klaus and the 6. Well, let's just call them snake cultists for lack of a better word, standing around there. And Antonio, I guess you're next.
All right. Well, I was gonna tell the guys, get out, go.
Okay, so they go next.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. All 3 of them failed their saving throws.
Oof.
Merrick, why don't you go ahead and roll 3d6 for me? I need each individual number though. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
One at a time.
yep.
I'll do this. Okay. So roll 1 is 4.
Okay, so that would be yes, okay. Okay, so Jasper gets hit in the head with a board that falls down from above. It knocks him to the ground, and he drops the top half of Frederick there onto the floor.
Shit.
Randall, sorry, go ahead and give me the next d6, please.
6.
Randall tries to grab Frederick to pull him up, and he catches fire.
Oh,
And he starts trying to bat it down, and he lets go of Frederick, and he falls down to the ground, and he starts screaming, and he just goes up in a conflagration.
damn.
And one more for Frederick.
5.
5. And Frederick also catches on fire right there next to the 2 of them, and
Damn.
burns horribly, screaming. Well, he's gagged? No, he's just bound. Yeah, he dies screaming on
Rest
fire.
in
Shit.
peace.
All right.
Antonio, it's your turn.
So I have my pack in front of me with the books in it, and the pack is soaked. And I hug it to me, and I charge out.
Okay,
Oh boy!
breath weapon. You get a plus. You have a soaked robe,
I
yeah?
rolled yeah, and
You
I
get a
rolled
plus
a
4.
I rolled a 19.
Okay,
natural.
you make it out without taking any damage.
Thank goodness. And I just lament the fact that I can't do anything for those poor souls.
Mhm.
Oh well.
And there are 6 snake cultists standing around you all with like look like farming implements and tools, like hammers and fucking spades and whatever else, shovels. Okay, everybody roll initiative now. Bad guys are on 6. That's great.
Ew.
I have a 6 also.
Okay, I would also like no, we'll wait for this. Okay, so
5.
anybody else on 6? No.
Nope.
Okay, so there's 4 of you and 6 cultists. So at least one is going to try to engage each of you, and then I'll roll randomly to determine who gets the second, or the last 2, I should say. So first, I'll just look at my screen. We'll go with Antonio. A guy runs up towards you and tries to bash you with a shovel, but you easily kind of just, even with your wooden leg, kind of hop aside and avoid it. Perhaps your robe still smoldering a little bit from running through the burning
Sure. Definitely
house.
smoking at least. Yeah.
Klaus, one that comes up to you. What's your armor class?
17.
Okay. He tries to gut you with like a sickle, but it just like strokes in front of you and doesn't hit you. You kind of back up. Nigel, guy runs up to you with a hammer. What's your armor class?
15.
Okay. He swings and misses. You kind of duck aside. The hammer swings and misses your shoulder. And Colin, guy runs up to you with a knife. What's your armor class?
Yeah, there's nothing written down under armor class.
Really? What kind of armor do you have?
Yeah, chainmail.
That's 16. What's your dexterity?
My dex is pretty high. Let's see. I thought it was anyway. Dexterity. Sorry, it takes me a minute to look here.
It's okay.
Oh, dexterity's 12. It's okay. I guess.
Okay, so it's still 17. He did hit you for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Just kind of nicks you, gets in between the bit there by your hip, you know,
Mm-hmm.
right, kind of where your underbelly is. Yeah, get you a little bit there for a point of damage. Now the last two. Let's see here. This one will attack Antonio. What's your arm class?
My armor class is 15.
15. Okay, he hits you.
Mm.
I don't need these guys' hit points anymore. I need these guys' hit points. Boom, 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 boom. No. Okay. Yes, with those. Yeah, 1d4 damage. 1 point of damage. He hits you with
Okay.
a like a hook, like what do you call it? The thing with the three spikes that kind of
Oh
hook
yeah.
around. It's like a hoe, but like
It's
a
for
garden
like
hoe.
moving hail or bale or hay.
Something like that.
Hail,
Yeah.
moving hay, like a hay hook.
Yeah, it's probably a
Just
hay
call it
hook.
hay
That
hook.
sounds good.
Pitchfork.
And the last guy also attacks you. They really don't like you.
God damn it.
And he hits you for 1 point of damage as well. He's swinging like a hammer, like a bigger hammer, like a hammer you use to drive spikes or poles into the ground. Okay, and that's all of them. Klaus, what did you do in your turn? Klaus, you're also at
1
6.
second, I'm trying to think what he did. How much HP do you have now, Antonio?
I have 6 left.
Man, this really sucks. And what's your max?
10.
Okay.
Used to be a lot better, but you know, I fell a little ill recently. Space starfish sucked my life.
That did happen. So what do you do, Antonio? Klaus.
It's too much pressure, man.
All right,
1
Klaus
second.
passes 5s.
No.
I'm on a 5.
Well, I'm gonna cast what you call it, a sanctuary on Nigel,
Cast Sanctuary on Nigel.
and
Okay.
then after that I'll get in front of
It means you have to make a saving throw versus magic to attack him, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll get in front of Antonio so that and guard him.
Okay, you're gonna try to guard him since he's got like 3 snake guys attacking him. And you see these
Yep.
guys, you recognize some of them. They're all farmers. But they seem to have kind of turned into these like kind of snake man type people, like hybrids or something almost.
Damn it.
They got the snake eyes. You can see even the way the skin around their heads and necks is.
What happened to these people?
It's your turn, Antonio.
All right. So the first thing I do is Colin is not far from me, I imagine.
You guys are all very close. The
So
4
I,
of you are just outside the back door of this burning house.
I step over
These
close
guys
to
got an
Colin.
arc around you.
Like I
Stupid
step
cat.
over to Colin, put my hand in his back, and I cast Army of One.
Okay. Tell him what that does.
Army
Colin?
of One. So, the recipient of the spell becomes a peerless warrior, able to move in battle with inhuman reflexes. The subject is able to make 1 melee attack for every opponent already engaging him. Each attack must be against a different opponent, and the extra attacks are not gained if the subject must move to engage a foe, which is why I'm moving closer to him to drag those guys over to him. And so now anybody in melee range from him, he can attack.
Okay. So I see now we've got Klaus and Colin over here by Antonio, and Nigel's off on the flank. Okay.
And that lasts for 6 rounds.
6 rounds, and he can attack anything within reach, right?
Right. And since he hasn't gone yet, he can start.
Nice. Okay. How many rounds is it going to last? Did you roll?
It's a 1 round per level, so I'm level 6.
6 rounds. 6
I'll
rounds.
make keep a counter here.
Keep a counter.
My big
Thanks.
die.
Who else
So
is on
we're
5?
on 6.
Or we go to 4? 3? 2?
I'm on 2.
Okay, Nigel.
I got my one pistol in my hand. I'll just
Yeah.
stick it right up in this guy's throat and pull the trigger.
Okay, roll a d10, please.
It does not misfire this time.
Would you roll
A 3.
a 3? Yeah, okay. It's damp conditions, not quite wet because you kept it wrapped up. Fair
We're
enough.
also right next to a blazing inferno, which would really drag the water out of the area. I imagine.
Give me the attack roll.
Do I get a bonus for being point blank range?
I'll give you no, because they're
Okay.
stabbing you and slashing at you, and
I got a 9. I missed.
you miss. Bam! But they have to make a morale check as a gun goes off.
And I immediately drop that gun and pull out 2 more.
But they stand their ground. Okay, you drop that gun and you pull 2 more. Fuck, Nigel, I know you had three
Yeah.
pistols on you.
Yeah, you grabbed the 2 from
Nice.
the storeroom.
Okay, who's next? The last person to go, I think, is Colin. He hasn't gone yet, right?
So when Antonio touches him, he gets this feeling like he did when he was in a great battle,
Hmm.
and everything just kind of slows down in slow motion.
Sure.
And he feels this adrenaline just going straight through his body. He drops the pistols that he has underneath his cloak
Mhm.
backwards in case Antonio want to reach them, and he pulls out his sword, and he just goes to town on whoever's the closest to him. I
Okay.
mean, he's just
Roll to hit.
he's machine. Okay. Ah, hold on, I got.
That's all right.
Stop it, dogs. Roll a 1.
Sorry, my cat's decided to shove her face in front of the camera too. So you rolled a 1.
Ah, being devoured by the great cat Zulu.
Did you say you rolled a 1?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
So
but
you
know what?
miss.
I'm sorry.
Oh, remember,
Well,
right. A 1 is always
actually,
a miss.
okay. I don't know if you want me to roll again. I did not roll the d20 when I rolled that. I rolled something at the very bottom appears as a 1 times d on the wizard
Ah,
Oh,
board.
well then roll
But do you want?
d20. Roll d20.
Okay. Okay. Not trying to take
Don't worry about it.
advantage or anything. Okay.
That's probably a 1 times d1 you rolled. Because that's what I assume that's one you can change. Like you can put d30 or d24, whatever you need. D3s, d7s. What'd you roll?
Well, not much better. I rolled a 3 on the d20.
A 3? Well, hold on. What are your modifiers? You're a level 6 warrior, right?
Yeah.
So that gives, or fighter, whatever. So that gives you
Yeah.
a +8. What's your strength? This is a melee attack.
Mhm.
What's your strength?
My strength is 13. So it's
So it's +1. So you're up to
yes.
+9. But you just drew your weapon, so that's a -2. So that takes you to +7. So you rolled a 10. So you still miss. Yeah. You swing, and he just deflects it with whatever he swung at you. I can't remember what I said before now. Whatever small weapon, farming implement weapon he has. Okay.
how many other people are in melee range of him, though?
There are actually 3 more.
You can make. Then
So
he
you can make 3 more
against
attacks because
all
of the army of 1. Yeah. So roll the next guy. Stop.
Oh, you're telling me I roll again?
I am
Yeah.
being attacked,
Okay,
man.
sorry. Oh, I
You get
rolled a
3
16.
more.
16 that time.
Okay, that's a hit for sure. Give me your damage roll.
What would I use? A D8? I'm sorry, I'm just really
Yeah.
not with it today. Okay, a 5.
A 5. Okay, you hit him pretty good. What's your weapon? A longsword? Yeah, you cut him pretty bad. He's still up, but he's badly wounded. Next guy, roll your next attack. You get 2 more.
Damn it, a 1 this time.
That's a definite miss. And roll your last one.
And a 20.
Okay, so that's a hit. Give me damage on that one.
Come on, let's get at least an 8, man. got 2.
Okay, you do 2 points of damage to him. Okay, so you hit 2 of the guys anyway, and we go to the next round. Everybody roll initiative.
I'm on 4.
Okay, anybody on 6? 5.
I'm on
Okay.
5.
Round 5, go Klaus. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. I'll I'll heal Antonio. Cure wounds.
Okay, so it's D6 plus your level, right?
Yeah.
That puts me to full
Okay.
Yeah.
without even a roll,
Okay,
unless he's
and then it's the 4s, so
Yeah.
they all go. So we've got one guy attacking Colin still. Oh, he was the guy with the big hammer, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. That's right. Here we go. He misses you, for sure. Then we have still 3 guys attacking Antonio.
yay.
First one hits for 2 points of damage. What's your armor class again?
15.
Yeah, the second one hits for 3 points of damage.
Damn.
And the third one hits for 1 point of damage.
Whew, so that's 6 altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all 3
I'm
hit.
full.
Bam, bam, bam. They're really
Damn.
fucking tearing up. They're ganking the mage, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, and then there was, let's see, one more attacking Nigel, but he has to make a saving throw, which he fails. So he will instead attack Klaus. And he misses. And the second one that was already attacking Klaus misses as well. Okay, and who else is on 4?
I am.
Go ahead, Nigel. So as Antonio's getting torn into, you're also taking an action.
Can I fire both guns at the same time?
No.
Okay.
I'm also on 4.
Fire a gun. 15.
Okay, that's a definite hit. Oh, did you roll your misfire?
6.
Okay, roll damage. D8.
2.
Okay, roll a D20 for me, please.
15.
Okay, it was not the guy that was already wounded. This is the other guy. The guy that was attacking you. So you do 2 points of damage to him. Okay, you wound him, but he continues to fight, and you see his like tongue lash out a bit as he kind of screams in pain, and you can see it's forked. And it looks like he's got some green saliva like running down his face a little bit too, and his teeth are really sharp and pointy.
Right.
Who else is on 4 or
I am.
3? Okay, Antonio.
All right. So all
So
I can do
this-
now is draw my sword and attack. And that's a -2, right?
Right.
Remember, well, never mind.
Oh, I rolled a 17, so that's a 15.
Okay.
Actually,
That
that's
will
a s-
that
plus
will
1,
hit.
right?
That will hit.
So it's a 16.
Damage.
D8 is
Fucking
1
tap.
point.
Stop. 1 point. Okay.
Yep.
You stab him
Just
for 1
attack.
point of damage. Tap. Okay. And we go to 3s.
Yep.
Go ahead, Colin.
I'm on 20.
The blender
A
of death.
19. Got a 19.
That's a hit.
Rolled it. Yep, and a 5 on my
Okay.
D8.
Yeah, that guy dies.
Yes.
You slash off like his fucking arm, and he just falls to the ground, writhing, and dies. That was the one that initially attacked you. You have 3 more that you can attack still, because you can attack the ones that are attacking
Okay.
Antonio as well. They're all
Going
right.
for it.
Boom, boom, boom.
10. Does that make it or no?
Plus your modifiers.
No, just a 10 roll. Make it 10.
You rolled a
Negative
10 on the die, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So and plus your modifiers, that definitely hits. Give me damage.
Okay. 5 again.
Okay. That guy is badly wounded. Roll your next one.
Firm. A 1. So that's nothing.
Okay, that's a miss. That's the same guy you rolled a 1 on last time, and roll the last one.
A 15, and on the D8 I rolled a 6.
Okay, you kill that guy as well.
Yes.
So you kill 2 of them. College is. Anybody else on 3? 2? 1. I think everybody went. Yeah. Okay. Everybody give a search roll and roll initiative.
Failed the search.
Okay.
Failed search, but I got a 6 for initiative.
Nice. Colin and Klaus, how'd you do on your search rolls?
I got a 1.
Okay. So, Klaus, you catch a glimpse of somebody hiding in the woods. You see like a dark cloak and a wide brimmed dark hat.
I will point out at the woods and I will just yell ambush.
Okay. Who else is on 6? Who's on 6 can go? Oh, the bad guys are on
All
6
right.
too. Sorry.
I will
Sure.
swing again. Hope I live this round.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna cast sacrifice on you.
So,
Oh, you were
Colin, you
okay.
killed the one that attacked you, and you killed one of the ones that was attacking Antonio. Right. Okay.
You said, were you still going? Oh no, wait, are you on 6, Klaus?
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
simultaneously.
I'm on
Oh, Klaus
6.
too.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 15 to hit
Okay.
and 7 points of damage.
Wow. Okay. You're gonna kill him, but he also still gets his attack on you.
Mhm.
But he misses, and he
Thank
dies.
goodness.
I'm
There's only
gonna
one still attacking you.
sacrifice the hit points that you lost and give them to you. So how much was it? 6?
I'm down 6 points. Yeah.
Okay, I will sacrifice like
Sacrifice 6
6 of
hit
my
points.
HP and
Okay.
give them to you.
Thank
So
you.
he goes up and lays a hand on you, and you restore. You're healed, but you see him kind of like weaken, and you see him like taking on wounds similar to the ones that you had.
That's very concerning to me, but I'm not going to worry about it at the moment.
Okay. Um. Oh yeah, the other bad guys. The other one stabs at you and misses as well, Antonio.
Thank
There's no
goodness.
longer any attacking Colin. There's one still trying to attack Nigel, but failed a saving throw again, so cannot. So, oh yeah, he had attacked Klaus instead. There's 2 attacking Klaus still. That one's a miss. That one's a definite miss on a 1. Did I miss any? There's only 4 of them left, right? And I think I rolled all 4. Okay. Anybody on 5?
Yep.
What do you want to do? You got 2 now in your range that you can attack, right?
Okay.
Yep.
They're attacking.
Oh no, only
Klaus,
1.
right?
Sorry, there's only 1.
Oh.
Hold on, let me get this
Okay.
right. Yeah, there's only 3 left. I'm sorry. You're attacking. So yeah, there's 1 that's still attacking Nigel, or sorry, Klaus. 2 that are attacking Klaus, and 1 that's trying to attack Antonio. That's what I'm trying to say. There we go.
Okay. Well, Antonio's closest to me, or who's closest to
I'm like
reach?
right against your back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like
But
standing right there
Yeah,
to keep him as close
Nigel's
to you
kind
as
of
possible.
off.
So,
Nigel's kind of off to the side, but he's got sanctuary on him, so
but
the guy
you,
couldn't just left him alone.
but
right. So yeah. So as you turned, I was returning with you, just to make sure that they stayed close.
okay. So now without metagaming, would he be aware that Klaus is feeding, you know, hit points to Merritt? I mean Antonio.
Yeah, if you were paying attention, you'd have seen that. Absolutely.
Okay. So then I know that Klaus is probably taking feeding off himself instead of the magic right now.
Hmm.
So I will go after the 2 guys that's after him,
Okay.
and I'll point
Now,
down with Merrick to Merrick
here's the
C.
thing:
I point. Okay.
if you take a step to move to engage, you only get 1 attack that round. But
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
the
Yeah.
next round, if you're still engaged with both of them, you can attack twice. Just bear in mind, if you move, you can only attack once.
But if you don't move, you can only attack once as well, because
Exactly.
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
only 1 within reach of you at the moment. That's the
Okay.
one that's fighting Antonio.
I want to point down to try to get Merrick's attention. There's 3 pistols loaded that's sitting there on the ground right below us. So I'm gonna go after who's those guys that's taking care of Klaus.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
Come on, 20. Ah, shoot, a 3.
Okay. 3 plus what? Plus
Oh,
9, right?
actually, it's a 9. I rolled a 9. It looked like a
Oh, you
3
rolled
with
a
my
9?
bad eyes.
That's definitely a hit. Give me damage.
Sorry. Okay, damage. Guess I need glasses. Okay, a 7.
7? Okay, you
Yep.
kill that guy.
Yay.
kill another one. There's only 2 left now, right? Yeah, one against Klaus
Uh,
and one against Antonio.
This was a true 3, so that doesn't gonna work. So, do I have another roll also?
You only had one attack if you had to.
Yeah,
take
you
a
only get one
step.
attack this round. Yep. So who's next?
I got a
3s,
4.
2s. Go ahead, Nigel.
The other 2 guys are in melee now, so I'm gonna holster the 2 guns and pull out my longsword. Let's take my turn to do that.
Okay. Sounds good. And that's everybody, right? Yeah. Next round. Roll initiative. That guy's on 6 again. My dice are punishing you on the initiative.
I got a 6-2 though. Is my next bonus.
Cool. All right. I'll just start rolling for the 2 remaining bad guys. One against Antonio. Misses. And one against Klaus. Misses. Okay. Who else is on 6? Antonio?
I am. Yep.
What do you do?
Let's see if I hit this pecker.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Yes, you do hit him. Damage?
I do 1 point of damage.
Okay. Anybody else on 6? 5?
5.
I'm on 5.
Okay,
but
Colin and
can go
Klaus.
first.
Colin?
Okay. Oh, the
There's only
9.
one guy there, so yep.
9's gonna hit, and I roll a d8, and I rolled a 4.
Okay, you badly wound him. Still standing. And Klaus?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay. To hit, yeah.
And yeah, and my damage is 8.
Nice. What are you swinging?
Medium sword, I believe.
Yeah,
I got it
like a
from
long
Antonio.
sword, probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
long sword. Cool. Okay. Yeah. How much damage was it? 6?
8.
8. Yeah, you kill him. You cut him in fucking half. Okay. And then it is 2, 1. I think
I
everybody's
got
gone.
2. I got
Nigel.
2.
Nigel, yes.
Who's left? Just one
Just one. One.
on Antonio.
Yep.
Can I flank him and get a +2, or how does that work?
A +2. Oh, yeah, if you can get behind them. Is that right?
Yeah, since nobody's attacking me, I'll come up behind him and
No, that's only if it's a sneak attack. Isn't it?
well, I can still flank a person. Like we get on both sides of him, and doesn't that give you a bonus? Anyway, that's what I'm
Limitations? I don't
doing.
think so. No.
I'm coming up behind him and stabbing him.
Go ahead, roll.
19 or
Yeah,
18 to hit.
damage.
1 point.
Okay.
The little wizards flailing our weapons at this guy.
Initiative. The guy is on 3.
Damn. I got a 6 again. I rolled a natural 6 that time.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep. I wish I could mark that die so I know which one it is to always roll 6s. Apparently.
You're first, Antonio.
I rolled a 17 to hit.
Damage.
3.
Okay. He's still standing, but he's badly wounded now. Anybody else on 6? 5? 4? Okay. 3? Bad guys are on 3. The bad guy is on 3. He will once again attack Antonio. That time he will hit you for 3 points of damage.
All right.
And 2.
I'm on 2.
Okay.
I'm on
Go,
two.
go ahead,
I'll
I
stab
was on
him.
3. I was on 3.
Go ahead, Klaus. Oh, you're on 3. Go ahead, Nigel.
15.
Damage.
7.
Okay, you kill
Damn.
him. Kill the last cultist.
Yes. Just to not to be a nerd or whatever, but attacking from behind, page 58, it is in there.
There's a +2. Okay, well you would have hit. You hit anyway, but okay,
It
cool.
takes,
I'm
if
glad.
he's unaware of you, it's no dex bonus, no shield, and +2 to hit.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Great. I don't know
But I
why I
killed
never
him
never
anyway.
copped onto that.
Holy crap! I can't believe we survived that.
I'm running over to that figure we saw in the woods right there. With the
And
house.
time stops. You freeze in motion,
Shit.
What?
and the dark, cloaked, wide-brimmed hat hatted man comes stepping out, and you see his long, wispy white beard.
Oh shit.
It's your
And he
boy.
has a dagger in his hand, and he walks right up to Antonio, and he puts the dagger right up against your neck and slices just a little bit. Does a point of damage. He reaches down and he taps on your book, and he says, "I got you." And then he steps back, raises his hands, says some kind of a activational word, and a almost gelatinous looking gate opens before him, and he steps through it, and it closes immediately.
What book did he tap?
The book you have wrapped up, your Malleus.
Well, I have both of them in my hands. My
Okay.
spell book and the Malleus.
He specifically tapped the Malleus.
Damn it.
And after a few more seconds, then time resumes again. What are you doing? You hear more voices around the front of the house now shouting.
Run. We must go. And I start chugging towards the forest.
Yeah, toward wherever we left the horses.
Ah, right. Okay.
I'll let them run like ahead of me, and I'll be behind them just
Mhm.
in case.
Okay. You get back to where you left the horses, and you find some of the bridling is still there, where the horses have snapped it away or something. But the horses are not there. You can see the ground all stomped around where they were there for a while, but they are not there currently. There's no blood or anything. They're just gone. You
With
still
all the
hear the
equipment they had
shouting.
on there.
You still hear the shouting back by the burning house. Does anybody look back to try to see what they see?
Yeah.
Where you just killed the 6 cultists, and then the weird dark cloaked wizard man came out and froze time. You see another 7 people run out, and they inspect the bodies quickly, and then they start kind of rushing off into the woods in the same direction you went. And then it's harder to see them because they're dashing in amongst the trees and stuff too.
We must go. And I turn and start running again, but I keep my sword out.
Where are we going?
Anywhere but here.
Just aimlessly into the woods? We need to take cover and regroup.
Where will we take cover? They're coming now.
I don't know. Get over here in the woods. Get everybody together. We're going to have to stand. We can't just run.
Yeah, Antonio, what's your running speed?
I'm
You're probably encumbered a
always
bit
at
too, right?
no, I was checking that to make sure, and I have only 6 items that keep you away from getting another point of encumbrance,
Mhm.
but I'm always at
Level 1.
lightly encumbered
Yeah,
movement speed of 90.
that's right. Because of your wooden leg.
Hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So you're running. Who's encumbered?
Crossbow out just in case.
Hmm? Who is like lightly encumbered or more? Lightly encumbered. What's the next step? I can't remember. And then heavily encumbered.
Unencumbered, lightly, heavily.
Oh, is that
I'm
what it goes? Okay. Who else is lightly or more?
I'm probably more if I got the chainmail on a sword and 3
Oh, yeah.
I
pistols.
think I'm probably
Yeah.
lightly
You
because
are.
I have medium armor, sword, shield, a crossbow.
Yeah. You guys are both moving along. So Nigel, you're not.
Yeah, I'm unencumbered.
So Nigel's moving. He's the quickest moving of all. He's moving quicker than the 3 of you, who are kind of
Maybe just make
lagging behind a bit.
stand.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to outrun them, but
Okay.
You know
Wait.
what? I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna give Nigel my crossbow. I'm gonna be like, give me one of those guns, because you seem gonna be able to hit much.
Okay.
here I got this one needs loaded.
Want to
Handy.
load it?
I don't
Are you-
want your crossbow though.
Okay.
I got one last gun. and my
Are,
sword.
are any of those spells still ongoing, or have they all worn off now? Because you had several rounds of combat, and now it's been several
Mine
rounds
is
since.
12 rounds.
Mine
that-
is gone. Yeah, mine is wore out for sure.
I
There's only
know
one round
Sanctuary
left.
was only 10 rounds. So
Yeah, okay, so they're all wearing off. Yep. Okay.
We're 5 people against 7. We're not going to outrun them. We might outfight them because we got some training where they may not have the training. We're not. We're bushed from everything we've done the last 2 days.
why don't we try to find some trees where, when they come in, they have to go, they have to go through like a small section so we can cut them, one
Fight
by
it.
one or
Right.
two, like shorten their numbers.
Get into the trees and fight so that we have some cover and they got to move through shit to get to us.
Yeah, you could do that. Is that what you're gonna do then? Try to find a spot that you can kind of wall up for like almost like an ambush or something.
If
Yeah.
anybody wants to go up on a tree, I will help them climb up because I gotta stay down and like defend pretty much.
Okay. So they all fan out through the woods, kind of stay within kind of eye shot of the next person and stuff, like moving around a bit, and they completely miss you guys. They don't even go in the right direction. They branch off another way in the woods.
All right, well, we're all together. Let's figure out where we're going. Like, where's the nearest town or where do we want to go?
Antonio, if you can hear me,
Yes.
give me an intelligence roll.
Okay. No, I rolled an 18.
Okay, thank you.
After those guys are out, if we are relatively safe for the moment,
hmm
I'm gonna pull the Malleus out and say, "Stay over here for a moment, gentlemen," and kind of like get about 10 or 15 yards away from them and put it down and flip open the cover,
hmm
take a look.
Okay. What happens with the rune? It only happens if somebody else
It's
opens it,
someone
right?
who I have not designated reads it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it opens.
Okay, and then start leafing through the pages to see if the spells are all still in there.
Everything looks the same.
What did
Doesn't
he
look
do?
like it's been touched.
I didn't see him cast a spell other than the gate. He just tapped on it. Well, he cast a time stop, cut my neck. He didn't take any of my. Well, there might have been blood on the dagger.
You got a blood sample.
He got some of my blood, and he tapped my book.
He could have. Who knows what he
It
could
was
do?
like, yeah. Well, I close it up and I stuff it back in the bag. I'm not sure what happened. I'm worried about it though. It might be a dead man walking. Yeah, I go back to the others. Like, don't say anything. Just brood.
Okay. The guys are still searching the woods not far from you, but they, for some reason, did not come in this direction yet.
Where do we want to go? Somewhere where we can rest in safety.
Nigel, give me an intelligence roll.
9, and I have a 13.
You saw that laboratory briefly. I mean, the entire basement actually. It's all stone. Of course, the books and probably some, you know, supplies, glassware, stuff like that would have probably been destroyed in the fire. But like the laboratory itself and all that is still there.
Yeah, it was like dug up out of the debris.
Well, yeah, it required like some cleaning up and stuff, but it's a lot of value in that laboratory, if I recall correctly. Merrick, how much have you invested in it?
Oh yes, there is. I was worth.
You had a summoning
Wrong
circle,
thing
right?
here. No, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay, you're still working on that idea.
The laboratory was worth 3,500 silver pieces,
Okay.
and the library was worth 3,000 silver pieces.
Okay. Well, the library, unfortunately, is gone.
Yeah.
You think those 7 people were the last of them?
I could only hope, but I doubt it. There's dozens of farmers in the area. Who knows how many of them are these creatures now?
Well, we need to get somewhere. We can't just be out here wandering in the forest.
Do we
Perhaps we
even
can.
know where we are?
Perhaps we can try and find our way to the road and see if we can get to Boston.
All right, that's a plan. That's something.
But we'd have to move quiet as much as we can.
Yeah,
Now it sounds like they're coming your way.
Shit.
let's go.
You hear their voices getting louder.
Look at the others for
I
inspiration.
start hustling away from them.
Okay. You start
They're
hustling
close
away.
by, right?
If he starts moving, I start moving.
Okay.
You said they're close by, right?
Well, it sounds like they're getting closer. Yeah. Their voices are getting louder.
Mm. Is there any way we can't hold actions or anything here, can we?
You can. Yeah. Why? What would you want to do?
As soon as they get close enough, I want to cast my last heroism on calling. I mean,
Okay. So you're just like getting that spell ready to go. You're like, I'm gonna fucking do this again
yeah.
if we get another one of these sword
Like,
fights.
like
Yeah.
I would look at Collins and I would be like, I'm gonna make you stronger whenever they get closer, so be ready.
Okay. I need. Yeah. I need stealth rolls, but I'll just do a group stealth roll. Who? Let's see. Nigel.
I got a 1.
Yeah. Okay. You guys managed to move off, and you hear their voices getting louder and stuff.
I didn't roll yet. I didn't roll yet. I just
Oh, I
meant
thought
I
you said
have
you rolled a one. Roll.
failed actually.
You failed. Hear their voices get louder, and you hear, "Hey, there's somebody moving over there!" And that you hear them shouting, and they start getting louder and coming closer.
Well, it looks like we're gonna die after all.
What
I
do you
pull
want
my
to do?
gun. I got a gun and a sword in my hand.
Okay.
I'll keep moving, and unless they get in range, I'll fire at one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would cast heroism now on
And Colin. Well,
Colin.
okay. Yeah, you can cast it right before right before they catch up to you. It's cool.
And I got a 4 on the roll.
I'm
Okay.
going to sheath my sword, pull out my sling, and get a bullet ready. And keep everyone else between me and them.
Okay. Sorry, Klaus. Who did you cast? Did you cast heroism right on Colin?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
rolled a 4 on the.
So that's 4 rounds, is it?
I'll tell you in a second what it was supposed to be. I think it's up to 4 levels. 1 second.
Hit points and saves.
Oh, yeah, this is a different one. I'm thinking of Army of One was the other one. Yeah, heroism, right. So yeah, so Colin, now you're like 10th level when it comes to saves and hit points, right?
Yeah.
So fighter is D8. Colin,
And to
what's
his also bonus to
Huh?
hit.
Oh yeah, it's to hit bonus.
Oh, Andrew's oh Jesus Christ, that's disgusting. Awesome. Of course he does, yeah.
That and Army of One.
Colin, what's your constitution?
Oh, I'm sorry. Constitution. Hold on. Check the sheet up here real quick, and it is a Constitution is an 8.
8?
Yep.
Oh, so that's -1 per level. Okay. So -4, you get 10 hit points.
Okay, so the total
So
of
you have 10 temporary hit points, basically like added to your total, whatever.
yeah. So I got 41. So I lost 1 last time.
Okay. Nice. All right. Anybody attacking them as they come charging in towards you? Because they know
Yeah.
you're there now. They
Sorry.
spotted you and they've caught you.
I would run in there.
I'm gonna fire before they get into
Well,
melee.
you cast heroism on him just as they're coming in. You're gonna fire. Yeah, go ahead and roll your misfire chance. D10.
And I'm going to sling a bullet at him.
I rolled a 6 for fire and a 12. I probably missed, unless they're on a.
12. Yeah, missed. You have no
Right.
modifiers, right? Yeah, just 12.
Nope.
Okay.
I'll sling a stone or sling
ahead.
a bullet.
Give me a roll.
I got a +2 for that. Nice. No, I rolled a 7 total. So no.
7. Okay. Nope.
Yeah.
Fling a stone and it bounced off a tree. Okay.
I'd like to shoot my gun.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll
First thing.
d10 to see if it
Okay.
misfires.
D10. He rolled a 6.
Yep, it doesn't misfire. Roll d20 to hit.
D20. Rolled an
It's
8.
at plus 10 base.
You said 8, yeah?
Rolled it. Yes.
Um, oh, yeah. Plus what modifiers? Plus your fighter modifiers, so it's plus 10. Or no, sorry, it's plus 8, plus 4, plus 12. But it maxes at 10, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes to plus 10. At 10th level, I think. But anyway, yeah, you definitely hit. Give me damage.
Okay. What does a pistol do? D8 or D6 or damage
D8.
wise?
1d8.
Just a 2.
Okay. 2 points damage. Again, you hit another one in the shoulder. As he continues to come forward. And you can realize now that these guys are coming into view. It's 6 more of those cultist guys, former farmers, in the hooded cloaks. And looks like the twin brother of the guy you killed in the inn. Except he doesn't have the long snaky arms, but you see something bulging and moving underneath of his shirt. Everybody roll initiative. Bad guys are on 4.
I got 4.
Get a 6.
Issue
Okay.
dice holding true at 6.
6s. So Antonio and Klaus.
Okay.
What are
Just
you
gonna
doing?
sling another bullet while they're still not engaging.
Right? Okay, cool.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. You miss. You sling it up. You don't even know where it goes. Did I go
I
behind
released
me?
it as it's on the backstroke and it flies off behind me into the woods somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Hear a bird squawk as it flies past it.
So, who else is on 6? Klaus. What are you gonna do, Klaus?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot one with my crossbow, and I got 18 plus 3,
Okay, that's a hit. Damage.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay, you hit one pretty
And
good
then
with the
if I
crossbow bolt.
can, I'll get like I want to move like I guess a little in front of the group, so that way when they come, I'm in front of everybody.
Okay, you're on point.
Yeah.
No problem. Anybody else on 6 or 5 or 4s?
All 4.
Bad guys are on 4s. And since Antonio deliberately placed himself so that all 3 of you guys were between him and the bad guys, you're just gonna get 2 of each of the cultists attacking the 3 of you. So that would be Colin. First 2 attack him. First one misses. Second one also misses. Then 2 against Nigel. 1 misses. Nigel, what's your armor class?
15.
Second one hits you for 2 points of damage.
Ouch.
And 2 attack Klaus. What's your armor class, Klaus?
17.
They both miss you. And who else was on 4? That
I
goes at
got
the same
4.
time. Nigel, what are you doing as this is all happening? You also got
Yes.
stabbed, so
Swing my sword and miss.
okay. Swing your sword and miss. Okay. Anybody else left to go this round? 2
Yeah, I got
or
2.
no? Yeah, 3s actually, then 2s. Yeah. Go ahead, Colin.
Okay. So can I use my other pistol and shoot it?
Yes. Yes, you can just pull it and shoot.
Okay. Got a 4 on that, but I don't know if the buff is going to help or not.
4 plus your 10, that's 14. Minus 2. Oh yeah, roll d10 for me.
Okay, D10. 2.
A 2. Actually, that one doesn't go off. It's a dud.
Okay.
Doesn't fire.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else on 3 or 2? Or 1? Top of the order. Roll initiative. Bad guys are on 6.
5.
I got 6 also.
5.
2 misses on Colin. 1 hits Nigel for 4 points.
I'm at -1.
Nigel drops with a grievous wound. Klaus, you get 3 attacking you this time, since the one that was going to attack Nigel, he's now down. So the first one hits you for 2 points of damage. Second one misses. And the third one, which has just moved over from Nigel, also misses. Who else is on 6?
Myself.
Yeah, go ahead, Colin.
Okay, he's using a sword.
Mm-hmm.
So he rolled a 4.
Okay. Plus all your that's a hit. Damage, 1d8.
D8. Okay. He rolled a 6.
Okay. You slash one down.
Okay.
Okay. Who else is on 6 or 5?
I'm on 6 also.
Okay. Klaus, what do you do?
I would like to use my last sacrifice to bring up Nigel.
Okay.
I'll heal him for whatever he's missing.
He's missing 6 hit points.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's missing 5 hit points, right? Oh, 6. Yeah, he goes to -1.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll use 6 on him.
Okay.
That'll
So
max.
you weaken yourself even further. You take on this horrible stab wound now that he had, which you healed on him. Nigel, you're back to full.
Cool.
You gasp and you see this guy standing over you, still holding the knife he just fucking gutted you with.
And I will just lunge my sword forward. And I
What,
missed
what was your initiative?
5.
Nice. Yeah, and you missed?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else is on 5?
I am. Is there anybody who's not engaged in melee?
No.
Okay, so I wrap.
There's 1 fighting Colin, 2 attacking Nigel, 2 attacking Klaus.
All right, so I'll.
No, I'm
wrap
sorry,
this-
1 attacking Nigel and 3 attacking Klaus.
All right, I'll fling the sling so it wraps around my left hand and grab it, and then draw my sword and move up to support Colin.
Okay. Are
Don't
you
forget
attacking or are you
also
just
that you
moving
got
up
the
beside him?
spear.
I'll try and attack. You know,
Okay.
why not? I might
Get a
hit.
-2, but you might hit, yeah.
All right. Nope, I miss.
Okay. What'd you say, Klaus?
I was letting him know that he also has the spear that I had let him use before.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Anybody
no,
else
no,
on
I just have a sword still. I don't have the spear on me.
anybody else on 5 or 4? 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Next round. Initiative. Oh shit. I forgot about this guy. Sorry, before the initiative, we can still roll your initiative and keep it in front of you. For that, the other son is there. He comes out. I apologize. He's going to engage somebody. You know what? He's been missing in action for a couple rounds. He's snuck around and come up behind Antonio. Because he's sneaky as fuck like that.
Oh, fun.
And so this is Snake Gut Falco. Or Fulco, sorry. Swings a cleaver at you, Antonio. And hits you for 4 points damage.
Oh shit.
And then the snakes slide out from up and under his shirt in front of you. Preparing. You see them snapping and you see the venom dripping from their fangs.
Oh god damn it! I only have 2 hit points left.
And then we go to initiative.
All right.
Yeah, 5.
6.
Okay, bad guys are also on 6.
Shit.
He will attack you, Antonio. But what are you going to do, Antonio?
I'm just gonna have to slash at him.
Okay, roll. You guys have like no spells left or anything. No, you're just down to like. This is when you're down to your last supplies. Your hit points are low. Your stamina is low. Your
Right. I rolled an 18,
Mhm.
but I only did 1 point of damage.
Okay. You do 1 point of damage to him. Got it. Okay. No problem. Anybody else on 6? No? Okay. So 1 cultist is still attacking Colin. Oops, I rolled the wrong die for damage anyway, but he missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's still 1 cultist with the knife. He tries to stab Nigel now that Nigel's come back from the dead, and he misses. He sticks his knife into the dirt beside your head, Nigel, and it sticks for a second. There was 3 guys attacking Klaus, right? 1, 2. You've killed one. Yeah. 3 guys attacking Klaus. The first one misses. Klaus is a 17 armor class. Second one misses. And the third one hits for 1 point of damage. Klaus, you take 1 point of damage from one of these 3 guys attacking you. Then the snake gut guy swings his cleaver at Antonio and hits for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Does that drop you?
2. Yep.
You drop. So he doesn't get the snakebite rounds now. Okay. And he stands over you as he sees you fall down before him. And that's everybody on the bad guys team. Who's on 5?
On 5.
Go ahead, Klaus. What are you going to do now?
Well, he's gonna run and he's gonna yell Antonio, and I'm gonna stab this guy.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
Roll a 20.
Okay, you hit. Damage.
All right, 1 second. 7.
7 points of damage. Okay, so he's taking a total of 8 now. He's still up. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm right in front of him, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I know you're his full attention. You see the snakes rising up in front of him. Anybody else on 5 or 4 or 3 or 2?
I'm on 1.
1.
Oh,
Okay,
my.
Nigel. Sorry, Nigel Collin. Please go ahead.
I guess I'm on the ground still. This guy's stabbing at me. I'm rolling
Yeah, but
around.
his knife's like stuck in the ground.
This time I got a 20 or a 19
Okay,
for 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. You slash him real good. He cries out in
All
pain.
the way from underneath of him and get my footing.
Yep, you can get to your feet. Anybody else on 5 or sorry, 1s? So yeah, it's Colin, right?
Yeah. Let's see. So he's going to. There's one guy still after me, huh? Right now, you said.
There is, yeah.
Okay, let's try to get rid of him.
Go
Okay,
for it.
roll against him with a sword. I rolled a 4.
That definitely hits with all your bonuses. Damage.
Okay, damage was 7.
You
Not
kill him.
7. Killed him. Yes.
There are now none fighting you. There's 1 fighting Nigel, 3 fighting Klaus, and the snake guy. Actually, sorry, the snake guy knife fighting Klaus as well. So actually, Klaus has the snake guy in front of him with the guts, the vipers coming out of his guts. And then he has also 3 of the farmer cultists attacking him as well. From behind. Thank you for reminding me, Mark, with +2. Okay. Initiative. Bad guys are on 5.
5.
6.
Okay. 6 is Klaus. Go on.
Try to stab this guy again.
Roll a hit.
17.
Damage.
8.
You kill him. Go ahead and tell me how.
Holy shit. He probably sees all the snakes, and instead of like trying to stab them, he like slashes across and he like takes their head off, and at the same time his guts are starting to like spill.
Yep, spitting out the snake body with no head.
Quick question after that, can I drop on the ground like on top of Antonio so that way I will make sure he doesn't get hit?
You're gonna do like cover him up like a concerned mother in a tornado shelter.
Screw it.
You're like body humping Antonio into the ground. Okay. No problem. Who's next? Anybody else on 6? Sorry. Before we go to 5s, bad guys are on 5. There is only 3 bad guys left now, right? 1, 2, 4 bad guys left. Still one guy trying to fucking deal with Nigel, so he'll attack for 1 point of damage. He actually hit you, Nigel.
Damn it.
You got an 18 with his modifier. And then the other 3 are all attacking Klaus, who has now gone prone on top of Antonio. So let me see here. Yep, this is the appropriate one. Klaus, you take 3 points of damage from the first one, 3 points of damage from the second one, and 3 points of damage from the third one. 9 points total this round, Klaus. Anybody else on 5?
I'm on 5.
So you're
Stabbing
this is happening simultaneously. Go ahead, Nigel.
10. I missed.
Okay. So he stabbed you for a point of damage again, and then you swing and miss. Anybody else on 5 or 4? 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Colin, where are you? 2, yeah.
Okay. All right. So he can pull out his third gun, and it's loaded with shot. He's
Mhm.
going to aim right at those 3 guys, basically center of all 3 of them. Where
Okay. Yeah, you can do
hit
that.
all of them. Okay.
They got to make saving throws to avoid it, right? What's the damage on it? Do you remember?
No, it was just a bunch of shot that was loaded into a musket.
You didn't write it down?
No, that was back when I had. I'd probably do it in my other.
Let me see
character
here.
sheet.
Scatter shot. Ranges have no armor cancellation. Doing 1d6 damage in a 45-degree area of effect. Save versus breath weapon for half. Okay, cool. So they make their saves. Let's see here, or try to make their saves. Got it. Let me double check what their save versus breath weapon is. Yeah, they failed. Okay, 1d6 damage. Roll it. Roll 3d6 actually, but 1d6 3 times.
A 2,
Okay.
3,
Yep.
and a 5.
Okay, you pepper up 2 of them and kill one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, did you roll d10 for your misfire?
Nope.
Roll
I'll
your
do that
d10.
right now. Roll the 6.
Yeah, that's exactly. So you don't misfire, and that's exactly what happens.
Okay.
You visualize it, and then you do it.
Yep.
One of them drops, 2 of them are peppered up. You manage to angle it so you don't hit Klaus or in the process. And who else is 4, 3, 2, 1? That's everybody, right? Oh yeah. Colin was on 2. I forgot. Never mind. I keep forgetting what number we're on initiative. Next round initiative. That guy's on 6. My fucking dice.
Ooh.
Oh, the snake gut guy. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Killed him. The last one. 5. Okay. Bad guys go first. There's only 2 left. They're going to probably both turn now and attack the guy who just shot them with the shotgun. Or, well, not the shotgun, but the scatter shot from the pistol. One's going to hit you for 2 points of damage, Colin. The other one misses. That's all that's left, right? Yeah, that is all that's left. Okay. Who's next?
I got a 2.
Go ahead.
I got a 5.
Oh, no, 5. Yeah, go ahead, 5. Sorry.
Well, since they moved, I will turn around and backstab one of them.
Okay, go for it. I'll give you a +2 to hit.
Okay.
They actually
well,
probably thought you were dead as they were hacking down on you.
with a +2, that's a 19.
Okay, damage.
6.
You kill that guy. Drive sword right through him. Okay, 4s, 3s, 2s.
I got 2. 13 to hit.
13 to hit. Misses. Okay. At 1s.
Yep, I'm a 1.
Go ahead, Colin.
With a sword, we shall roll, and he rolled a 17.
Damage.
Damage is a D8, right?
Yeah.
All right, up a 1.
Okay.
Maybe with
You wound him.
Okay.
Next round initiative. Bad guys are on 2. Anybody on 6?
1 6.
Go ahead, Klaus.
I'll stab him too, sure.
Go ahead. It's the last guy, isn't it? Yeah.
20.
Damage.
Let's see, damage. I got 4 damage.
4 damage, and he's already badly hurt. Been hurt multiple times for very little damage. Yeah, he dies. You kill the last one. Just run your sword through him, Klaus. You've killed a couple of guys tonight.
Yeah. After that, I want to run to Antonio and see if there's if
Well,
I
he's
can,
right underneath you. Remember, you were laying on top of him, so
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can wake him up.
you can wake him up. No, you can't wake him up. He needs to heal for at least a day before he can even wake up. He's at -1, right, Antonio?
I'm at -2.
Oh, you're -2. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of days before he's gonna wake up. At the
Does he
moment,
still got a pulse?
yes, a faint one. He's very pale.
I would tell him help
All
me.
three of you guys can see him lying there. You can
Are all the
see
guys
the
dead?
you can see his book bulging out there in the bag.
Are all the guys dead?
They're all dead.
All
You
right, I'll go over
killed
to
them all.
Antonio and take his books for safety. Pry them out of his dead hand.
Yeah,
We need
can.
to. I would look at Colin and be like, Colin, you need to help me move him. We need to
They're
find
both in a
some.
bag, so
Yep. The weather it's rainy. Um, it's raining and kind of cloudy sky overhead, but you're in the woods anyway. It's pretty fucking dark.
Do we think
Yeah.
they're all dead? Should we go back to the town?
I don't think we can, especially with Antonio like this. We need to rest and then I can heal everybody in the morning.
So in the woods,
Boston, as I recall, we said Boston's only a couple hours away or something, right?
is it?
Yeah, I think it is. If I recall correctly, you're like less than 8 miles, maybe 8 miles, maybe a few hours.
We could find some horses. Damn it!
Well, if you guys want to go, I'll grab his body and put it somewhere where it's away from sight, and I'll
Well,
guard him while you guys,
there are lots
while
of
you guys.
farms in the area outside these woods, and farms usually have beasts of burden.
Yeah, let's go hit up a farm. Take his body and like hide in the bushes, and we'll go
So you're
look
just
for.
gonna hide, leave him here somewhere?
No, you guys can go. I'm gonna stay with him, and I'll give you my crossbow. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I
Okay.
reload my gun, and then I take off
hmm
looking for a farm.
Okay.
are you taking my books with you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm loading up my three pistols and preparing to leave, I guess.
Okay. You can try to make your way to Boston with.
Yeah. However way we made it.
Ian, you almost killed the shit out of me, by the
Did I almost? Well, damn, I'll try harder
way.
next time.
I only have 3 HP
I almost
left.
killed the shit out of Antonio too,
Well, I thought it was dead.
and Nigel.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys try to make your way to Boston a few hours away, right? Try to find some place, or no, you're gonna find a farmhouse, right?
I want to get a
Sorry.
farmhouse and a
Yeah.
field horse.
So you can probably get to a farmhouse in half an hour, from where you are at the moment.
Night.
Actually, it wouldn't even take that long. Yeah, it's nighttime.
Yeah, we'll sneak in and steal a horse.
It's psych. By this point in time, it's like after 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Yeah, you'll find a farmhouse. Let me see here. Roll d20 for me, Nigel, since you're taking the lead on this at the moment.
12.
A 12. Okay, there is one horse.
Is there a saddle?
Yes.
I'll begin saddling it up.
Okay. You guys all together, I presume, right?
There's
Well,
only
obviously, Antonio's weekends of Bernie style over there.
Colin is or Klaus is with Antonio's body, right?
Oh, did you stay behind with
Yeah,
him? I thought you were
I
gonna
stayed behind.
move him. I see. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So who is with you then? It's Nigel and Colin, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How do you want to? You can just go in, saddle up this horse, ride out,
I'm
kind of thing.
right away, but we could go back and get his body, I guess, and put him on the horse.
Are you thinking about just getting on a horse and riding away?
Yeah.
I think we need to get some help from over in the next town.
Ever since I met up with these guys, I've been almost dead.
So Colin, you might even see him like start to climb on the horse.
So you're gonna go to Boston? You want me to go? You gonna go? We both can't ride the same
Well,
horse. It's not gonna go very well.
you can jump on and I'll route us back to them, and then one of us should take Antonio's body to safety, whether that's Boston or somewhere
I
close.
don't think we can take him very safe the way we are. I mean, his body is.
You're really quiet again, Rob.
Okay. I don't think we could take him. Oh, just thrown over a horse.
Well, it's
That's,
better than us trying to carry him over our shoulders.
well, I'm thinking we could go to Boston and then come back with help. Take
Okay.
him to where we need. But that might not be the right way. Maybe your way is the right way. So I just can't see him moving or trying to move him like that. It's just dead
Then I
weight.
guess one of us will ride to Boston as fast as they can. I guess it'll be me.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? You guys gonna just camp with Antonio, try to make him as comfortable as possible out here in the wilderness while he's dying? Yeah.
I kick the horse and ride away.
Okay. Nigel rides away. He's
I guess
gone.
I'll go back to where Antonio was.
Okay. Klaus is still there with him. And you just try to sleep out the night, see if anybody comes after you.
Yeah, if you can keep watch, I'll rest, and once I can pray. I'll heal him.
Right.
Do you have any spells that you could take some of my health and give to him?
I am gassed out. I used
Okay.
everything I had in that
Well,
fight.
go to sleep then. I'll stay awake. He's only been awake
Okay.
like 30 something hours, so you take a few more.
You try to let him sleep like 6 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let him sleep as long as they want to sleep. I mean, he's amped up still from that buff and stuff, but he's you know not physically but mentally. Yeah.
So the camera fades on Colin, Antonio, Klaus, Nigel. Well, Nigel's ridden off into the darkness. By the way, Nigel, hold on a second. Put you back. Where are you riding to?
Boston?
Okay. You'll get there before dawn. By the time you get there, it might be, especially if you're riding fast,
Yeah.
you can get there in a couple of hours. You get there like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, easily.
I go
Yeah.
to an inn. I go to an inn.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Stay.
Everybody's kind of like already kind of asleep and in bed pretty much, but the innkeeper will wake up when you're banging at the
I'll,
door.
I'll slide him a gold piece.
Mm. His eyes brighten up big time.
Sorry
Oh,
for the inconvenience, but I need a stable and a room.
oh, I have both. Yes. Just one stable, one room?
Yep.
Absolutely, sir. It's this will more than cover it. Can I get you something to drink? Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'll have something when I get up. I go straight to bed, lock the door, and sleep.
Okay,
I
cool.
cradle. I put the book under my pillow and just kind of sleep on top of it. The two books, the three
Nice.
books. I got
Three
three books.
books. Yeah, you have 3 books now. 3 spell books.
I just huddle them and shiver and try to sleep.
Luciana de Medina. Finally, we'll get to Luciana. Luciana, you had a good night's sleep. You heard a nice, gentle British rain outside your room at this nice, cozy inn in the edge of Boston. And then you get up early, have a nice breakfast at the crack of dawn, and then you ride out towards Nonsbeck, which is where Antonio de Medina is meant to be. And you, I believe, do you already know, or do you just have reason to believe that Giacomo is also out here somewhere?
Reason to believe because I know he was heading this way. So
Brilliant. Okay, what are you gonna do?
One quick
Are you
interjection.
riding?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Check your messenger, just
Oh,
in case.
Jesus Christ. Hold on.
Sorry. That's all. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yep. No, I'm well aware. Thank you. So yeah, are you riding alone? Do you have an entourage? Do you have any retainers? What do you look like?
Uh,
What do we see as Luciana leaves Boston?
um, you see someone who is not dressed for British weather. She is used to she is used to hot weather. She has long black hair. She's obviously got quite tanned skin. She's very beautiful. And to a lot of people here, very exotic. So
Hey, hey, Mark, you don't have a version of that map with the house already burned down, do you? No?
Uh, the
her,
house burnt down. I'll have to work on that.
We could
yeah,
just imagine.
her attire doesn't leave anything to the imagination. Basically.
Nice. Wow. Beautiful Spanish woman riding out. Let's see, what is the weather like this morning? It's still much the same. It's fucking piss and rain. It's not like pouring rain. It's just an annoying, constant British rain. And every once in a while it stops for about 10 minutes. The sun comes out and it warms up several degrees. And then it goes black and starts pissing again.
She'll probably she might have at least two people with her
Who does she
because
have?
we'll say a couple of cousins. Why?
Oh, really? And what are they like? Who are they? What do they
Mi
look like?
mi miserable looking, quite burly, very tanned men. One brown hair and one with black hair.
Mm. All
They
right.
both look miserable.
They like bodyguards or something almost, or what?
Yeah, because to be honest, a beautiful woman like Luciana, they're not really gonna let her go around by herself.
Hmm. Okay. I was just thinking for retainer purposes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
will have to make
So
more of a
you
note.
will get to Nonsbeck probably close to 10 o'clock in the morning. Are you all riding or what? Actually, it might
Yeah,
take longer. Okay, no, 10 o'clock in the morning for
all
riding.
right, yeah,
You each have a horse, no problem.
yeah.
You ride into Nonsbeck, and I guess immediately you can kind of tell something's amiss. There's um, the you can see the church on the hill because you'd be coming from the east, I believe, or the north.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're coming from the north, it'll look even weirder as you kind of ride up, actually, and you kind of see through the clearing of those trees there. You can see up the hill to where the graveyard is. You can see the church has collapsed completely, recently burned down, but it's been soaked with British rain since then, so it's not really smoldering much anymore. And then you can see the inn, and it's morosely quiet here.
Oh
You don't
God.
hear any sounds coming from the stables. There's no sounds coming from the church, obviously, since it's been burned to the ground. There's no sounds coming from the inn. You can see a smithy up ahead, but you don't hear the clang of any hammer, and you don't see any activity. It looks like a ghost town.
I swear this is the direction Giacomo said it was. This place looks deserted. Oh,
Yeah, supposedly, it's the only house in Nonsbeck. That's the address.
oh.
Nonsbeck, the
She'll
house.
she'll she'll look around to find
So
this
as you ride down
house.
the road and come around the stables, you'll see the house beyond the smithy there, and it's burned to the ground as well. There's still the stone in place. It's like a burnt out ruin, basically.
Oh God.
The stone frame is all still there. The most of the ground floor is, the floor itself is intact, but and the basement as well. But everything inside is like burnt to shit.
What what happened to? Oh fuck. She'll kind of frantically look around, see if she can spot any sign of Giacomo or Medina or Antonio.
Okay. Well, give me a search roll.
Let me get my dice out.
You're gonna search through the rubble of the house.
Oh yeah, she'll search. And if she don't find anything, she'll search for town as well. Just for any, because she knows she can tell something's happened here. So, and this is the only location she really has. Uh, I rolled a 2 and I have a 4 in search. So
Nice. Yeah, you find what, like 6 bodies around behind the building, behind the house, kind of bit in the woods area, by the woods. Actually, right behind the house. In fact, it's some of them are not even hidden by the trees at all. And the back door is open. The front door is not open. Well, wait, duh, no, all the doors are open. Never mind. They all burned to the ground. Sorry.
what the... she points to her 2 cousins. Stay on guard. Something's not right
They're
here.
like poking through the bodies. What is wrong with these people? Look at their faces. They look mutated. Like, well, I don't think mutated wouldn't be a word, but you know what I mean. Look at these people. They look like snakes.
Maybe deformed.
And you can
Is
see, yeah,
probably...
they do. They have some serpentine features, including the eyes, the tongues, the teeth. Even
Oh
their
god.
features are kind of strangely shaped.
We must search. Something is really not right here. We must search for town. See if
You
we can
search through
lose.
the house, search through the rubble,
I'll
see if you
try,
find any
yeah.
bodies or whatever.
Yeah.
You will find a few bodies. Um, One is a man's body. 2 are the bodies of boys of various size, nearly men, almost men.
Oh god.
What else would you find? Let's see. Um, Antonio, is there anything that Luciana might find that would have survived the fire in his room?
His room? No, he only had like his bed and stuff and some spare clothes,
All right,
maybe a wash basin,
Klaus, what would have survived the fire in your
chamber
room?
pot.
Can you repeat that?
What would have survived the fire in your room?
I didn't really have shit. I'm a gypsy.
Okay. Um, Same question for Nigel and Colin then.
There's an hourglass in my room.
Roll d24. Oh, no, I don't roll myself. Yeah, it broke. When the shelf it was on burned and it fell to the ground.
My carrier pigeon was at the stables, so it's
Oh, it's
probably
gone. It's gone. Um,
God.
what about Colin? Anything of interest that would survive the fire in his room?
Oh,
that spare room had King James Bible and Silver Cross, all of Sullivan Jack's stuff.
Silver Cross would have definitely survived. No books would have survived.
Uh, 8 vials of holy water, shovel, mallet, iron stakes.
Yeah, probably like a shovel head, the head of a mallet, the iron stake.
I guess the books and the clothes burned up.
Well, anything else in there might have survived?
And what about Medina's room?
It says there's a horse and saddle in the spare room. I don't think the horse survived.
Yeah, I'm gonna just knock those off of the list there.
I
Those are part of the other.
I don't remember what was in the there'd have been a few bits. There'd have definitely been like a journal kind of thing, but that would have been burnt. So nothing of use in Medina's room.
Well, that Silver Cross would have survived that someone mentioned previously in was it Sullivan
Bible
Jack's room? Yep.
burned.
Damn it! Something's really happened here. It seems recently, by...
There was that old silver coin that Sullivan Jack found in that dungeon. I never found out what it did.
If I find anything that looks
Actually,
valuable, like a cross, I might take it. But
you find the door to the cellar. The stairs are all fucking burnt out. Do you want to look down there, or
she'll shout down there, but she won't go down.
you won't get any response? But looking down there, I mean, it still smells, reeks of smoke, but it doesn't look like there's much flame damage.
I'll come back here. and she'll go search for rest of the town, or the ones that like definitely the church. Is it? There's a lot of damage there, so she'll definitely check that out, and
Yeah,
then
the
surrounding
church is burnt all the shit as well. You know, you can sort through the rubble, but you can see the rubble's already been sorted through. But let's see. You will find, yeah, you will still find the remains of 7 men there.
Something really happened here. She points to the brown-haired cousin and just
Six of them are also like mutated snake men.
oh god. She points to the brown-haired cousin and is like, check the perimeter. See if there's any sign of anyone around. Just around the edge of the village.
They'll start looking around. After a little while, one of them report the smithy is empty. Another one will shout from the inn to say, Jesus, a bloodbath up here too. Far worse, far worse.
I gotta hope that Giacomo and Antonio are okay.
You can go see the inn for yourself.
Yeah, she'll go there.
Actually, you see a bunch of freshly dug graves, yeah, in the cemetery here at the church.
I guess she would.
Actually, you would have found Giacomo's remains too, but you probably wouldn't have been able to identify them.
No.
He was completely burnt up.
Yeah, would his cross and that would still be because he had a silver cross necklace.
Ooh, give me a search roll.
The updated map is
Jesus. No, I failed that.
You don't find it.
I might have a quick look at the graves before I go to the inn. I'm in no real rush because as far as I'm aware, whatever's happened
one of them is still partially dug up. And you'll find the now it's been a couple of days, right? Or a day anyway. It's been about a day anyway since Medina died. You'll find Medina, Antonio Medina.
She'll kind of look at it in shock. And then have a little outburst and fall to the ground and start crying when she realizes. And then she'll kind of freeze for a while, pull herself together, stand up, say a prayer in Spanish, and then move away. But the further she gets away, she feels like her heart has broken.
One of the guys calls out, "Hey, we found some trail through the woods here. Looks like there was some fighting out back here too."
Yeah. She kind of doesn't reply, but she does point to the grave, so they'll probably.
Oh, and they'll both approach then and see, and they'll in Spanish swear their vows of revenge and.
Yeah, sounds about right. And because obviously she doesn't know that Giacomo's dead, so she'll follow the tracks that they found, because she kind of just wants to get away because she can't handle the situation now that she knows one of her brothers is dead, and she'll want a bit of revenge so she can at least find someone to explain. She'll follow the tracks with the two cousins.
Okay, so you guys wander off in that direction to see where these tracks lead, and we'll find out next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can come up with names for the cousins.
Yeah, good idea. Cool.